So I thought I'd just check out a bit of our handiwork from the weekend, and we're watching the HFL here on the side of a titanium caravan, and Daniel popped out. So funnily enough, this is his place with his dad, Dave. Daniel, tell us a little bit about Explorer Caravan Sales.
Yeah, family business, committed customer service. We've got the best Australian-made caravans, titanium, Franklin and Viscount caravans. Behind us, we've got a big titanium 22-foot family van with a big 50-inch plasma on the back of it. Come and check us out, corner of Prospect and Grand Junction Road. Love to see you.
Come and explore Australia with Explorer Caravans. Cheers.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us, and it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL. We're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood, from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
Hey Pistols, Benny, the old gold member, and J-Bangers, check out this, just watching our handiwork. What sort of a caravan has that on its side? I can tell you what sort of caravan. An Explorer Caravan Sales titanium caravan. These things are 200k and they're a home away from a home. So come, if you want to order yourself one of these bad boys, come down and see Daniel, Dave and the team at Explorer Caravan Sales Adelaide. Cheers.
Tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. When news or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride. So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. When news or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride.
I'm Trent Shawland, principal of Hark Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices. One's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 812 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, core flute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Hi, I'm Jared Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
So I thought I'd just check out a bit of our handiwork from the weekend, and we're watching the HFL here on the side of a titanium caravan, and Daniel popped out. So funnily enough, this is his place with his dad Dave. Daniel, tell us a little bit about Explorer Caravan Sales.
Yeah, family business, committed customer service. We've got the best Australian-made caravans titanium, Franklin and Viscount caravans. Behind us we've got a big titanium 22-foot family van with a big 50-inch plasma on the back of it. Come and check us out, corner of Prospect and Grand Junction Road. Love to see you.
Come and explore Australia with Explorer Caravans. Cheers.
Mount Barker Ford is located just top us here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us. And it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL, we're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
Hey Pistols, Benny, the old gold member, and J-Bangers, check out this, just watching our handiwork. What sort of a caravan has that on its side? I can tell you what sort of caravan. An Explorer Caravan Sales titanium caravan. These things are 200k and they're a home away from home. So come, if you want to order yourself one of these bad boys, come down and see Daniel, Dave and the team at Explorer Caravan Sales Adelaide. Cheers.
Tune in, buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride. So tune in, buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride.
I'm Trent Shawland, principal of Hark Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that, we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices, one's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 812 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, corflute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Hi, I'm Jared Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
That time of week has come now, and I throw my cares away. The weekend's here, it's time to see some little footy played. I'll be out there supporting the guys and gals of my own team. This is the season of that premiership dream. Yes, whether I'm a magpie or a devil buckaroo, up by the woods, I know my team will come up with the goods. So tune in, buckle up, now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride. Hills Footy Ride. Hills Footy Ride.
Hello everyone and welcome once again to HFL Media's global live stream of the 2025 season. I'm Jeff Pistola with the regular Call to Wild team as Matt Narodi has piloted the Dreammaker van out to the rural surrounds of Stringybark Park in Meadows for the Round 2 Country Division A grade clash between hosting Meadows Bulldogs and Kangarilla. Always something special when these two neighbouring rivals meet, and a bit of extra thrown in as Meadows host Past Players Day. Together we're paying tribute to a couple of past club legends and a special milestone appearance within the club today. More on that to come, but as we thank the Meadows Football Club for their hospitality and assistance in today's stream, it's a big welcome to Benny Goldfinch. G'day, Benny.
Great to be here, Pistols. Beautiful conditions. You think it's springtime at the moment, and currently we've got the reserves game, which we'll get to shortly because there's a big milestone happening at the moment. Meadows leading that one 8-8 to 5-10, and we've just ticked over the 10-minute mark. So fantastic. People want to get involved today. We're on the Call of the Wild 2025 Facebook page, Hills Football League Facebook page, and just check out also the YouTube channel. Just type in HFL Media in your search engine. You can find us there. We'll get to our sponsors shortly as well.
Absolutely, and doing what they do best with all the sideline happenings, stats and assessments, we again welcome Jaden J. Hill and a primed Matty Thomas.
Cheers, thanks Pistols. Great to be here. Should be an absolute ripping contest between these two fierce rivals. The average margin is 44.91 between these two sides, Kangarilla and Meadows, and the head-to-head count between these two sides since 2010 is 19 to 15 in 34 matches. Welcome, Tomo.
Yes, g'day JJ, g'day gentlemen. Very happy to be here at the beautiful Meadows. Sensational day. We've got a really interesting game of B-grade footy here just in front of us. We're watching the Chatty Door getting around the place. I think he's kicked one. He's copped a He's copped a yellow card in the first quarter. So we're really excited to be here. Bring him in for a chat at half time, and we're looking forward to a game that promises to have plenty of biffs and bashes and all that sort of fun stuff. Both coaches are really fired up. Both teams are really fired up. We're looking forward, aren't we, JJ?
Yeah, it should be an absolute ripper. And it's funny, like I said, the average margin between the two sides is 44.91. The average margin between the two sides here at Meadows is actually 46.3, so still around a 7 to 8 goal margin. So it'll be interesting to see if it happens again today.
So when they're winning well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Correct. So yeah, hopefully it's a lot closer though, Pistols and Goldie.
And of course, boys, being election day today throughout Australia, who do you think are the leading candidates who poll well and finding the football today within their respective teams, Tomo?
Myself personally, I've done a little bit of analysis, a la JJ, and I've seen Tyler Virgo. He's their skipper. He's a reigning best and fairest winner. Really strong-bodied mid and loves a goal. I'll be really keen to watch him. And another one, Jack Arthur. People might not think I'd pick him straight away, but Jack Arthur's a swingman. He's really strong in the air. He can get forward and kick a goal as well. Get across to Meadows. And then there's Luke Watson, who's an on-baller. He's won a BNF and a male medal, as has Luke Smart, another on-baller. Both multiple BNF winners, and I'm really excited to see those guys bash it out the middle. JJ?
Yeah, well, Luke Smart was one of the best players 13 times, the most for Meadows last year. So, hopefully he can have another best on ground performance for the Dogs today.
Yeah, well done. Back to you, Pistols.
Thank you very much, Tomo and JJ. As I said, we bring you all the updates throughout the afternoon. Of course, we've got to thank our producer once again, the great work of Tommy Hills. And of course, the cameraman James Davis and Hutto Mardo for the excellent vision set to come throughout this afternoon on our global stream. And of course, Benny, we must thank our valuable sponsors, of course. Without them, we wouldn't be here each week.
Yep, no, funded by the local sponsors community this year. So, of course, Call It Wild sponsors, Hark Adelaide Hills. Thanks very much to Trent Shawlin and the team there. Mount Barker Ford, Aaron Rush, big night coming up. Harndorf versus Loberthal. Print Wrap Pack, Lowe's Meat Co. Daniel Lowe, fantastic, and the team. Lancaster's Property Service, Bomber Lancaster, thanks very much. The Courier, Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood, Luke Timmins and Jared Tate. Thanks very much to them. Refuel Wellness. And, of course, Jaden will be giving a beautiful magnesium recovery spray pack after the match, combined with the what else Pistols does they get? Obviously the specially designed six-pack.
The six-pack of the Call to Wild, the vibe of Hills football and drinking price. So Jaden's showcase, as we call it these days.
And can't forget Snag of the Day, Benny. Come on.
I've said that.
He said that, Tomo.
Can't wait.
Listen, Tomo. You peace out, mate.
Lowe's Meat Co, of course, Snag of the Day. I went early last week. There wasn't... Anyway, painted...
That's what she said.
Okay, he's off to running. Painted wine barrels and signs, of course... the great man Stokes here, who's also putting together some beautiful caricature mascots for us.
He does some very good work.
Explorer Caravans, Benno and the team, and Morgan's Choice Adelaide Hills, and the HFL sponsors, Pistols.
Of course, with the Harcourts, Mount Barker Ford, Print Wrap Pack, and Lowe's Meat Company doubling up. And of course, we have iSports Coaching Technology, Sports Power, the Courier, and of course Work Locker, the naming right sponsor, Think Road Safety, and Closey Supermarket. And also today, especially Benny, we have the club sponsors.
Yes, Meadows, Stringybark Park, Landscaping, straight to the point there. And we've got to adjust.
I miss my old mates Crack Seal, Australia. You've got to get your Crack Seal, but hopefully they're on board with the Dogs today as well.
Of course, we're at the home of the grand final this year for Country Division. Is that right? Meadows Oval hosting the grand final, I believe.
Great viewing place. Great place to view the game.
Maybe we'll if we can get Hutto just to pan the camera over to the expanded area over here.
And we'll be extending the oval, so as you see the cars back a little bit from the fence, but that bare patch you can see is where the oval will be extended. So
fantastic.
The MCG will become bigger, and of course Kangarilla sponsors.
Bleasdale, the Potts family, and She's a Keeper, bookkeeping, payroll, and BAS.
That is a great business name, isn't it?
It is
She's
indeed.
a Keeper.
Now, and also we're going to the umpires, of course, their sponsors, of course, Formula Honda, Mount Pleasant Butcher, Harndorf Fruit and Veg, Adelaide Hills Real Estate, Sterling Hotel Mortgage Choice through Matt Adam, who of course the roadie, so we're thinking for doubling up with his work. Appel and Into Sport at Blackwood, so we thank them for the support. The umpires, of course, today, the men in charge. Our man Morgan, one of Tomo's favourite umpires, Morgan, the Price is Right, was in charge, and also Tommy McLean. Good to see that.
And boundary, we've got Daniel Van der Mewe, is that right?
Yeah, Van der Mewe, we'll go with that.
Yep, Mason Bethel, and two of the best behind the goals.
Well,
Greg Edmonds and Bruce Marston.
Well, they've pulled out the big guns for what is a special occasion here this afternoon, as we said. As we speak, Chad Dorr playing his 400th senior game for his beloved Meadows Football Club. His tally is far in excess of that with rep games, junior games, but his 400th senior game.
We got Chad Cam on at the moment,
actually.
actually.
And we see Chad, the big man, the big Windsor there. And also a bit of a bittersweet moment here at Meadows before the start of the A-grade game, because there'll be a tribute paid to Chad, but also unfortunately losing in the past couple of weeks. This being the first home game in round 2 for Meadows Football Club. They'll be paying tribute, a 30-second silence to Alan Midge Hartwell, who's actually the game's record holder with around 400 plus. And also Jeff Morrell, a past premiership player and also administrator, both of them passing away. So the reason the Meadows players will be wearing 2 black armbands to celebrate the lives of 2 of the greats in the club there, Benny.
I have noticed on the back of Chad's Guernsey pistols is the crack ceiling.
Well, there we go.
Crack ceiling logo. So maybe they still are.
Do you think they get bigger sponsorship on the back of Big Windsor there, or we just leave that one?
Jeez, he's up, boys. See, he's moving well for a 40 watt.
He will. And actually coming up, hopefully at half time at the A-grade, will be a special treat when 2 former Hills representative teammates will go head to head. One playing 400 and, the other one was pretty good performer in his own right. Tomo, we'll be having a chat with the Chad.
Yeah, mate, I'm really looking forward to catching up with the Chad. He's He's just a pure gentleman. He loves the Hills footy, and the love he has for his footy club, I just think's amazing. So, and he works hard for the club, does everything he can for him, and to make 400, like those that know him, those been mates with him for a very long time, just we're really proud of him.
And there was a very good interview conducted during the week on the Call of the Wild. I think people can go and see that. Benny, which had an extended margin. But we just saw the caricature, which is actually gracing a special commemorative beer can here today, Benny.
Yeah, T-shirts as well.
I think what Jaden J gives away, the player of the match, the Call of the Wild, ales sort of stems a little bit in significance with the Chad, what we call it, the Chad Ale, or
the Chad.
And the T-shirts. I like Chad. So well done. Look, like an absolute legend. 400 games, senior games for Meadows, as I said, rep games, junior games, but also 1,182 goals has been kicked by the great man, the great Windsor. So Jaden J, have you got some stats on the great man?
Yeah. So since 2010, he's played 207 games. Since 2010, he's played. So 207 games since 2010, and he scored 645 goals. That's an average of just over 3 goals a game since 2010. He actually scored 119 goals in 2010, kicked 28 against the United Eagles one day as well.
And actually in 2 games against the Eagles that year, Jaden, he kicked 48.
Yes.
But as modest as he is, as I said in the interview we did during the week, he said, like, goals you've got to kick them, but he actually praised the great midfield delivery that he's had over his career. So selfless as always. That's probably the reason he's won 5 Best Team Man awards here from the Meadows Bulldogs.
Correct.
The great man, Chad Windsor. So has be a great opportunity today to reflect on his career, and I think
it's getting tight here, boys.
A good game of footy here.
A goal to difference, is it?
Yeah, back to 8 points. I think they've got
8
a minute to do it. So
a minute to go. So 8-point margin in favour.
We'll just keep it on Chad Cam.
Yeah, Chad Cam. They need a stoppage here. They need to win the stoppage here. Meadows, bash it forward.
So 6-12 plays 8-8 in favour of the Bulldogs. I think Kangarilla would have come into this game favourites. So
I think if you get a mark, come out of the centre clearance, you're going to fall over, do a LeBron, fake falling over, and then just sit on the ball, so then the siren goes.
Of course, after the game, we'll have our man Hutto out there on the sidelines. No doubt Chad will be chaired off the ground, so we'll get all of that as it happens. But the dying seconds here, so here we go.
Here he is.
It comes up forward to Chad. Here it is on the big screen, the big number 8. Oh, good pressure, he appeals.
Deliberate.
Give it, umpire, give it.
He's paid it too.
I think
it's last out of bounds.
There it is.
Yeah,
last touch. So
last touch out of bounds.
Could this bring down the curtain on the fight? There's the siren has gone. So
this could be champagne.
So this could be the big man with a wry
Here
smile
we go.
in front of the hill at the bowling club end.
This is so good.
This could be right on cue. The big Windsor for goal number 1183, perhaps. Sets on its way, as usually, selfishly passed across. But the game ends, but he has won the game. 8-8 to 6-12, so an 8-point win to Chad Dorr and the Meadows Bulldog in his 400th appearance. And as I said, no doubt we'll be out there.
That would have been amazing if he put that
through, Pete. It would be the fairy tale ending, as they say, Tomo.
Everyone loves a fairy tale.
They do indeed.
He's certainly sucking in the big ones here.
And we see the teams coming out now to line up, and no doubt there may well be a guard of honour for the great man from the Meadows A-grade boys. Which, why not? What a great man. So many games in A-grade, and unselfishly dropping back and helping out the younger guys in the Meadows Football Club and the reserves.
Yeah. He'd still be handy in a forward pocket in the A-grade, I would have thought.
Well, as he said, he's a week-to-week proposition, and hopefully that wasn't the last kick of his career, but we'll have to wait and see. But the 400 milestone has been a bit of a guiding for him the last few years, I guess, to get there. As he said, he's very humble about getting it, and also very emotional too, the fact that he's joining the late Midge Hartwell. Unfortunately, only passed away last month. And as I said, he'll be honoured along with Jeff Morrell and just a few minutes for their contributions to the Meadows Football Club.
Do you want to head out there, Jaden, with Tomo?
Sure.
Alrighty.
So we'll dispatch our boundary boys.
What are the conditions like out there, Tomo and Jaden?
Picture perfect.
Even you mightn't have the sleeves on a day like today, Tomo.
Nah, sleeves are always on. Just for the umpires' votes. And just got to hide the guns from the ladies.
All right, good crowd in the house here. Ben, as you said, the Indian summer's just stretching into May. This is unbelievable for football. And as you said, the scene of the grand final this year is looking in good condition as Kangarilla come out in the ground led by the skipper Brady Virgo.
Tyler Virgo, yeah.
Tyler Virgo, I meant.
Yeah.
Well said, Pistol. This ground is so lush. You just lost me there. Got me
No,
back.
you're right.
Yeah, got it back now. This ground is lush. Like, it's really soft. It just looks in beautiful condition. They've obviously got it up for the big guys' game. Don't worry about everyone else.
Well, he is a greenkeeper, so they've got to get up the specs for him.
He does. And the other one I'd like to say is you look at Kangarilla's side. There's some absolute unit, like some big boys there, big fit lads. Ruckman looks like he's about 6'6", 6'7", so...
6'9", I believe he is.
Oh, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, they say.
No, he's got long sprigs on, Tomo.
Oh, right, okay. But no, look, they from the outside they look like they're a pretty lean machine. But
as we just got, sorry, Tomo, to break in, we'll just as Chad has been chaired off the ground here. Great work by Hutto Martley there, the big Windsor. Hayden Reid involved there, one of his great teammates over the years.
Hayden Reid, what a legend Hayden Reid is.
Yeah, he's caught some boats during the week too, I believe. Some missions in the Tyson.
Yeah.
So there is Chadman.
Tomo.
JJ, what are you thinking, mate? What's your assessment of this breeze? And what else you got on your mind, mate?
Well, yeah, a bit of a breeze pushing that way, that's for sure. The last 4 times, Tomo, that these two teams played against each other, Kangarilla have won the first quarter. So it's pretty important for Meadows side of things, that they get off to a really good start here. So it'll be interesting to see what Crystal says to his team to get them off to a good start.
I did have a chat with Chris yesterday, and he's always a treasure to have a chat to. He's pretty fired up. He the loss in last year's finals, I believe, and I think it was at 1-1 during the season. I think played in the final, and it was a bit of a hammering. So as far as I hear, and this is also what Rod Mitchell said to me, that they're bracing for a bit of fury at the start at least. It'll be pretty hot in the kitchen. So
well, there was 2 yellow cards in the first quarter in the reserves, so let's see what happens here.
Anything could happen, hey? Anything could happen. No, I'm excited for today's game, boys. So let's get into it.
All right, both sides are out on the ground now.
There's Bruce Marston.
And Bruce.
The price is right.
Yep.
Better nice.
So Kangarilla, of course, making last year's grand final, if I'm right. Benny, did they play elimination final against Meadows last year? Kangarilla just scraping into the finals and then actually giving Meadows a bit of a dust up in that first elimination final. So Meadows will be keen, as you said. Always a big game when these two sides or clubs or regions play each other. Only separated by Dashwood Gully, so 8 kilometres between them. And like cricket, football, marbles, very competitive. So expect a similar thing here this afternoon.
It's a good strip from Kangarilla out there. The light blue and the white look. Looks great.
Yeah.
It's very 1996 to 99 North Melbourne Kangaroos,
That's
isn't
right.
it, eh?
North wore a pink strip too once, I think.
Oh, wash your mouth out. I never saw that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
Pink as those boots out there? You want to be a good footballer if you're wearing pink boots.
You said the exact same thing last week.
I say it every time I see it.
Any Anzac cookies today, Tomo?
No, thank God. I texted JJ during the week, said, you tell your mum I love her as much as I do, but I don't want any of those Anzac biscuits.
All right, we got the coin toss out there. It looks like Gary Dorr. Hutto's right on the spot. Well, I'm guessing this is Chad's relatives out in the middle here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Could be members of the Dorr family there.
Or it might be midget.
Well, it could be as well, yes.
Yeah. Oh, Jade. All right, here we go. Luke Watson coming in for the coin toss, and Max Buckley.
Co-captains this year.
Tyler Virgo.
Because Luke Watson coming back to the club after being down at Aldinga. Of course, Marl medalist in his last season when he played here. 2022, was it? 22.
All right, Tails is the call. Tails it is.
So the Kangarilla will go to the rider screen of the Mawson Road end of the ground, entrance end of the ground.
Any wind out there, Tomo,
Yeah,
Jaden?
a bit blustery. It's blowing from to the right of camera. If you're watching from James's vision, so you down to where Meadows warming up. It is blowing a little bit out there. It is actually circulating a little bit too. But at the end of the day, it's going to be about skills. If you can retain possession of the footy, keep it short, sharp kicks, which I believe in my research that Meadows tend to blast a little bit more, and I believe that Kangarilla will try to retain possession with their short 45 and short inside kicks.
Early comment coming in here on the Call of the Wild Facebook page from Andrew Ward. He said, well done, you Bulldogs. Got a win for the big fella. Someone shotgun a commemorative can for me. So there you go.
It's only early.
Actually, we do happen to get Chatty on for a chat, Tomo, mate.
Yeah.
Sure, he brings a couple of cans over the Call of the Wild crew, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Meadows reserves players just waiting on the ground. As I said, there's going to be a special commemorative 30-second mark of respect here for, as you said, Alan, Mitch, Hartwell, and also
just got the
Jeff Merrill.
Meadows lineup on paper at the moment. As you see, co-captains Luke Watson and Max Buckley, and Luke Smart is the vice-captain for the Dogs.
Sorry, Benny, we'll just point out there has been a change. Max Buckley is wearing number 20 today, which ironically was the number of the late Midge Hartwell. And Sam Luckett will be wearing number 5 as the Kangarilla players also come across, which is great for all the both teams to be involved here. It's a close community here, they're better rivals, but no doubt Alan Hartwell won a lot of respect playing back in the day against Kangarilla. And also Jeff Morris.
Kangarilla leadership group, Tyler Virgo captain, co-coaches Daniel Trevina and Rod Mitchell. Of course, they grand finalists last year, Kangarilla against Gumaraka.
Big Jericho John out there, mate, 6'2" and a bit. He had a game at Blackburn when he was a younger fella. He's a strong bullocking man to be playing through the midfield.
And I reckon Jordan Reese played C grade for your Adler.
Okay, we might just take a break and join in a tribute to two of the greats from Meadows.
People in the middle, when they speak, we're going to want them. So James as well.
Well, where we have the last post, Benny, on perhaps that's the last siren tribute for both teams there lining up to in memoriam of Alan Mitch Hartwell and Jeff Morrell from the Meadows Football Club, who passed away recently. It's been the first home game of the Hills Football League Country Division season. So the players actually, something you don't see before a game, boys. You see it after, but shaking hands and everything. So,
Jaden, you got anything for us?
Be interested to see if those pleasantries continue on once that ball was bounced. Jaden.
Just going to say, it's like in the soccer, like in the EPL.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, it's been 1,078 days since Kangarilla has won here at Meadows. It's the last time that happened. We were actually here the last time that happened, and Michael Ross kicked 7. Over there,
right.
near the scoreboard
So
there
what
as well.
year is it?
So 2022 as well. So obviously Kangarilla have won the last 3 against Meadows, but Meadows have won the last 2 here, which is a bit funny to think about. But yeah, should be a good game. Just the overall average scores from both teams. So Meadows average a score of 94.05 against Kangarilla, and Kangarilla average a score of 60.82 against the Dogs. So like I said, the head-to-head count is 19-15 in favour of the Southern Bulldogs.
So contrasting performances in round 1, of course Kangarilla beating a gritty Birdwood by 15 points in the end, but Meadows going down to another close rival, of course round 1 at Macclesfield by 59 points, so they'll be certainly looking for some sort of bounce back and redemption here against one of their bitter rivals. So all in readiness how here for this big game, round 2, good crowd in the house and why not.
Yep, quarter brought to you by Hark Adelaide Hills on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard as well. And we'll mention the sponsors down the bottom right-hand corner throughout the quarters and also at the breaks.
So I think it'll be Matt Benke and Ruck returning this year to Meadows. He'll be up against the big man in Todd Marsh.
He was in the best last week, Benke, so keen to see how he goes.
No relation to Brian?
Don't know. We'll have to ask him that. But if he plays as well as Byron, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, a man that you towed up, I believe, Tomo, in the past.
How do you do all this research? It's
well,
amazing.
you told me. You told me.
Of course
you told me you're up for
state
centre half back or centre half forward. You were. Till the metatarsal. You're the marvel.
Metatarsal.
So, umpire Morgan, the Price is Right, holds the ball up. We're underway round 2, Country Division action.
Oh.
So, the big man Marsh.
Siren.
Don't worry about the siren. We'll continue on with the time. Ball comes back out here. Good tackle laid there upon the Meadows, the Kangarilla player.
Yeah, Luke Watson with the free.
So, Luke Watson, the past medalist, back in the green and gold with Meadows. Virtually still in the centre of the ground, goes towards inside 50. Looming out, ball off hands.
Good
Shark
spot.
there. Quick shot forward for the Dogs out on the full. That would suit the
Great crumb.
agency there of.
It's blowing hard out that side right as we speak now, if you can hear the wind on the microphone.
Wind pushing out there. All right, Kangarilla kicked the ball out of defence. As you can see there, trying to take the mark was Denver Kerr. Couldn't quite get it. Here's a chance, though, for the Dogs. Short passes on. Back to Luke Watson. He's got a few touches early, as you'd expect. Beautiful switch of play. Great mark there by Cade Long. Kick, low burn, inside 50. That's good build-up from the Dogs there, Tomo.
Yeah, that's really good build-up. They took their time, came around the 50, then just went nice and short in. It's really important for that penetration.
Cade Croden with the shot here directly in front.
Kicked 3 last week, Benny. 11 goals in 14 games last year, so building to be a regular senior player. Of course, famous name out here, the Crodens. So chance here to put the first on the board as he goes towards the
inside left
bowling club end.
Left-hand goal post.
On the left foot.
Oh, umpire Bruce Marston.
Busting Bruce made a bit of ground, but gives...
Good start by the Dogs. Jaden J. Hill.
Yeah, great start by the Dogs. So 6 kicks to 1 and 1 handball to 0. So pretty simple stats early, Goldie.
Tomo.
A less disciplined team would have just blazed straight back into goal from being over from that far pocket and really narrowing their options, being so tight on that boundary. But they took their time, they chipped their way around and gave themselves a beautiful open look from right inside the middle of the goal sticks.
All right, back in the middle. Let's have a look at this again. Luke Watson, Pistols. He's had a good start. Got it out of the middle. Benke in the ruck. Just keen to see how Dean goes as well for Kangarilla, their key recruit this season. He's in the middle. Division 5 medalist, I believe. Joel Harvey-Frill around the contest. Last year's runner-up in the male medal.
Known as the party because he's full of tricks, they tell me, Goldie.
Battery likes to party.
He's right up in the best players last year, and he started the season well as the Dogs go forward.
They do indeed. Towards half-forward flank coming out was Graves, the former Nairne boy, but a good mark taken there in defence by Hillier. Hillier chooses to go across the ground to a teammate out there. Takes a mark.
Dogs' issue last year was their forward setup, so let's see how they go this
So they come back from whence it actually goes. It comes back to Karapetis. So Karapetis, vice-captain.
Good pressure from the Dogs here.
So puts it up the wing area. Big Marsh is the target, put the Dukes up. Ball spills out there. Crashing his way through there was Jericho John. Ball comes out there, good tackle applied there by Caputo. Ball held to Meadows player. In the agency of Daniel Young, so ball up.
Yep. Get to Tomo shortly with his early observations. Joel Harvey-Frill gets it to Dean. Dean with the headband, kick inside 50. It's Meadows players back here. Buckley, co-captain for Meadows, got a player out here on the wing. It's going to be a one-on-one contest. Who's going to win out? Luckett for Meadows. Good shoe shuffle. Kick towards the half-forward line. Couple of Dogs queuing up. Watson got a good work rate. Tomo mentioned him in pre-game as one of the key players for the Dogs. Male medalist previously. Kicks the ball inside, attacking 50. 3-on-2. Ball hits the ground. Who's going to win out here? And that's a high tackle. Nope, not paid. He ducked into it. Price is right, all over it.
You're watching. If you look down at the Kangarilla forward line, they really are keeping things open. They've just got to keep their fat side a bit open. They could have actually made that kick on that last one into the forward line there. Go on.
So a chance Smart there. Ball spills out there. Lurking is Evans. Quick kick away by Smart. Got the boot the ball. Loose ball. Mopped up in defence for the Blues. Puts it out wide. Leading the race for the ball there is Long, but the bounce gets him over the boundary line right in front of the Kangarilla coaching box amid a pretty packed boundary line here. Good crowd in the house.
As you'd expect with the Southern rivalry.
The resultant free kick will be taken by Long, Cade Long.
So Long just near the Chad Door 400 oval marking. He's looking for options. Warm conditions here from Stringybark Park in Meadows. Big fella will fly over the top with Croydon.
Dangerous
ground
kick.
level.
This is what happens. Gunsling straight down the guts.
And Kangarilla are off. Pistols down the middle of the ground.
Yeah, Hillier long boot down the ground. Here's a chance here with a ball set for Grimmond. Play poke towards the goals. Bounce.
Thanks for coming.
So just when you're having you look at that last play, boys, because that kick was going to actually not lob too deep into the 50 from way out in the wing on the boundary line. If you kick middle, that is a dead set dangerous kick. That is a spoil straight down the guts, and exactly what happened there. I teach kids right from an early age. Those kicks in here, got to stay shallow, close to boundary, or just chip inside, and then work your way deep into that forward 50.
To be honest, boys, I didn't actually catch who got the ball for that. So
I think it was Grimmond.
Back
in the middle, Rucks go at it.
It was.
Thank you.
Ground level ball, Long. He's got a bit of it early. Handball, was it, or a throw? No, just too quick there. So it's a free kick for Kangarilla. So Dean kicks the ball towards the half-forward flank. Joel Harvey-Frill peeling off, number 77. Oh, it's play on, is it? The umpire said.
Yeah.
Oh, he says, well, he wants a bit of a dance time.
He wanted a party trick.
Kicks it to the line off hands. Kangarilla got players at ground level, but the Dogs look to work the ball out of the fence here.
Sock it out there, race for the ball.
Billy
Covered
Trott.
by the Dogs. Billy Trott puts it up the wing area. A fumble there on the wing area. That was Denver Kerr. Allows Kangaroo to bring back through Dean. Puts towards the top of the square, and uncontested mark taken there. Lifted the eyes well, Dean. Already you can see his class. He's picked out an unmarked teammate there.
Kangarilla starting to get into this one.
They're starting to share the ball a bit. They look a bit cleaner by foot.
And Caputo, Shane Caputo with the football.
Yep.
Known as Pooch, returning from Colonel Light Guard. So Pooch, what can he do here?
Kick a goal. That's
what that one. Well done, Poochie.
Jaden J. Hill.
13 kicks to 12 in favour of Meadows at the moment. 6 inside 50s to 4 also in favour of the Dogs. But 5 marks to 4 in favour of Kangarilla.
Tomo?
You have a look when the ball's being brought into the Meadows forward line. There's two strong marking defenders for Kangarilla, literally just lining themselves up and going for the ball, not worrying about their opponent, which is great to see.
They're back in the middle. Umpire Price will throw it up. Big good match-up in ruck here. Who's going to win out at ground levels? The Rucks go at it. Ground level ball. Dean works the ball forward. You can see he's a handy player for them this season. Half back line for the Dogs. Players crashing in. Lively start. Handball comes out. Kick round the corner towards the wing situation. Denver Kerr's out there. The umpire says that's out of bounds on the full. Jaden?
No, nothing. No.
Just going to say good work batting by Osterbury. You got the ball to Buckley, but Buckley's kick drifting over the line. So here's a chance. The boy back there, I think that's Hayden Kari. Looks a bit like Rambo with the headband and the long hair. But his kick up the line has been marked by Buckley. Max Buckley, the co-captain, gets it across to Osterbury. He's also been prominent early in the green boots. So Osterbury, half-back flank area. Not a lot on offer. So go long up the line.
Ooh.
Over the head of a teammate there in Brooks. Wearing the famous number 8. Of course, worn by Chad Dorr for a number of seasons in A grade. Ball comes back here, tough tackling. Comes out here to Virgo. Dispossessed, comes back to Dean. Well shouldered by Watson. Bursting their way through. A high kick from Harvey Farrell, I think it is. Close to the line. Over the line for a rush behind, says umpire Greg Edmonds. I think it is, or out of bounds.
Out of bounds, right?
Out of bounds is the call as the Academy boy streaks past the scoreboard, which is now working and reads Kangarilla 2 straight. Meadows 1 straight, and we've played just under 4 minutes. Call to Wild, HFL Media.
Yep, that's on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard. Hark Adelaide Hills bringing in the first quarter here from Stringybark Park in Meadows as Luke Watson wins out here. Squeezes the ball out, but Tyler Virgo takes the mark, the captain for Kangarilla.
That's almost a bash the ball, like massive kick, get it out of the area, just put it plenty of height on it, not too far from the boundary. Let it either be a strong marking contest or punch it out of bounds, and at least get it out of the area. They can't have a shot on goal like this.
It's the reigning best and first for Kangarilla. Spent some time at Nangwarry, Benny.
Yep, kicks the ball through the middle.
Great kick.
So Virgo gets Kangarilla's third, and you get the feeling like they're on top here early, Tomo.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a bit of a sense in the air, I think, just at the moment. Look, Meadow boys getting around each other, huddling up tight. Come on, what are we going to do next? They just got to get a clearance, get it forward, and their forwards just have to be in front and present well.
So back in the centre, be Benke against the big man in Todd Marsh for Kangarilla. Got to love a man in long sleeves, Tomo.
Absolutely.
So the big man. So Benke will be the leaper here, suggest.
It's a good look, isn't it?
Against the bigger body.
Sharp.
So Benke is the leaper, but stay on ground level when the tap was Marsh. Bullocks his way through. Dispossesses the ball. Locked up there is Luckett in there over the top for Meadows. Ball trapped underneath, so the umpire will come in and ball it up once again. Bit of argy-bargy stuff. So umpire Tommy McLean balls it up. Marsh, Benke comes down and Smart tries to thread his way through. Gets a clearing headball. Intercepted nicely by Dean on the left. Puts it forward. Good defensive moment. No, dropped up there. Danger territory here for the Meadows Dogs. Scrambly play. Jericho John, I think, getting involved there. Ball held into a scrum. I think the whistle will go shortly, and that it does. So there'll be a ball up. Danger territory for Meadows.
So left forward pocket for Kangarilla. Grubbing out the ruck, the big man, and he's going to set up his teammate with a goal. Great work there. And that's a fourth on the board now for Kangarilla.
With no response.
And Jamie Grosser setting it up. Let's have a little look here again. Beautiful work there by the big man out of the middle. Great camera work as well. And a snap round the corner by Grosser. Back at Kangarilla this season, and we know what he's capable of. Jaden J. Hill. Concerns here for Meadows.
Well, the centre clearance count was 2-1 in favour of Meadows. Now it's 3-2 in favour of Kangarilla. So they've definitely improved in that area. 18 kicks to 16 in favour of Kangarilla, and now 7 forward 50s to 6 in favour of Kangarilla.
So
Yep, Rucks go at it. Ground level ball. Kick forward once again by Dean. He's had a ripping start to this one. Buckley in a good position. Went over his head though. Players wanting free kick there. Ball dropped out. Enormous pressure in the forward line here for Kangarilla.
This next 2 minutes is pivotal for Meadows. They've got to either stop the goal scoring and get one on and try to get something on the board themselves, but at least just take some sap out of it.
good effort there by Cooper Badnock, number 10 for Meadows, because crossing over from this year from Arndorf. Loose ball here.
Oh, no.
Chance round the corner. Caputo once again.
That's a point.
Umpire Marston.
That's a point.
Pooch just unable to get that one. So through for a minor score. Kangarilla's first the afternoon. 4-1 to 1 straight.
As
He was in for a big celebration then too, wasn't he?
He was.
He was heading for the boundary line.
Umpire Marston never makes a mistake. Had a chat to me a few weeks ago. He,
Really?
Yep.
Give you the insight?
Yep. Luke Smart takes the mark from the kick out for Meadows. Need a response here to Dogs. Lost last week comfortably against Macclesfield. Short pass finds Cade Long. They got the first goal on the board through Crowden.
There's not a lot to kick to for him at the moment.
Stop-start footy. Gets onto the left boot. Kicks it out towards the grandstand area.
Chip.
Another short pass.
They've got to retain possession here. Vital.
Josh Young starting the match on the interchange bench. Oh, this could be a turnover. Chris Dorr mentioned pre-season how dangerous the turnovers are for Meadows.
Hardy.
Joel Harvey-Frill, bit of showtime, and he plays it nicely out towards the half-forward flank.
It's called by Matty Thomas here. A bit of party tricks as he showed the football.
Turnovers hurting Meadows.
And Caputo there with a bullet-like pass towards a teammate. The primary school pocket end. Someone enjoying the festivities here.
Old school Triple M hat on.
So a chance here for
Number 5 inside 13 minutes.
Right-hand goalpost, I reckon he'll be shooting at.
Missed that one as well.
for the score. So Kangarilla blotting their copybook after kicking 4 straight. 4-2, but they still hold a handy lead here at the 13.5 minute mark first term. 4-2 to 1 goal.
Hark Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford. Scoreboard there. And ball is brought back in. Max Buckley takes the mark. And switches play here.
Yep, mark taken there. For the Dogs.
So Kangarilla are covering everything off internal. They're making them go wide and down the line.
So long kick down the line. That's called by Bat Thomas. Off hands. Benke tried to double grab. Ground level. I think Carapeta said ground level locked up. Umpire Tommy McLean says no prior. So Ruckjewel big to wrestle off the ball. Ball comes down here. Leading in the race for it will be Graves, former Nairne. Boy gets it. Puts towards centre forward, but back there it's all Kangarilla and the mark taken there
Party on the far side, boys.
Yep, goes out wide here. Harvey Frill making the ground. Oh, well done by Kerr. Had 2 to beat, got 3 to beat. Get support there. Handballed across to a teammate there. And Josh Young held up, but meanwhile kicked forward by Kerr. Good defensive ball. Double whammy there by Joe Karapetis. Loose ball cleared by the Blues.
Yep, kicks it to the wing. Virgo's on here, the captain. He's looking very strong this season. Got a player running for him.
Oh.
In flood. Meadows just need to hold on here. That's a free kick. Umpire doesn't see it. Dean, handballed out. Stop-start footy. Flood involved again. Gets it back to Virgo. Good smother there. And that's out of bounds. Cooper Badnock involved. And they're making a few changes here to Dogs as Lachlan Osterberry comes on the ground. And coming off with Denver Kerr.
Just rotations.
And also Cade Long. Rotations there.
Good crowd at Stringybark Park. Barbecue shed as always, watching a good game between 2 traditional rivals. Ball comes down here. Scramby play. Graves trying to get involved.
Is
that in the back umpire? Yes, says umpire Price. His decision is right. So it'll be a free kick to the Blues. Through the agency of Caputo has already been busy.
Haven't really had any AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moments at the moment.
Back disputed mark between 2 Kangarilla guys in
Joel Harvey Frill
to the party boy, Harvey Frill.
He's running around at the moment like a dog without a leash. He's there's no man within coo of him. He's running up, he's running back, he's running far side, and there's literally by himself. So unless Chrissy's going to do something about that, they're in for a bit of pain, I think.
Well, you think a guy who was runner-up for the male medal last year be paid more respect, perhaps, Tomo, in their game plan, how to shut down the opposition.
Yeah, I agree with that. But if you've got a person he looks like he's got a great running ability. If you've got someone that's they just keep on moving. So there might be a changeover or a swap on with running with him. But if they're not paying attention, out the back, way you go. Then you try to loop round back towards goals and be dangerous.
5-2-1 goal. 16.5 minutes gone first term. Jaden Jahill.
Yeah, we had so much time before when he had the peel as well. So 30 kicks to 23 in favour of Kangarilla, and inside 50s 11-8 now.
Rugs go at it. Kangarilla on the roll here. Watson, handball over the top. He's got Young running for him. Will's on the left boot. Kicks it towards the half-forward flank. Virgo in a...
Good contest.
Kick out there. Here's a chance for Kangarilla through flood. Handball inboard. Dean, he's almost gone. That's holding the ball, and the umpire sees it that way. So good forward line pressure.
He scrubbed his head in the ground.
Yeah, he gave Dean the little message too, didn't he, Tomo?
So a little ear massage.
So a kick here from half forward line. Just on range. Giving everything he's got is Blake Muller. Not the best kick. Kangarilla mopping up in defence. The switch is on, and there's that man, Joel Harvey Frill, mopping up in defence. Tomo.
That was a big lower of the eyes and pick someone off sort of move there.
So Harvey Frill doing it at both ends of the ground, gets it out wide, finds a teammate in Kobe Payton, the kid.
Great kick, that one.
His first year of senior footy. So Pate long towards half forward, target up there off hands, mopping up nicely for the Dogs. Back there is Harry Hayes, I believe. Gets the ball back forward to where it came.
Harvey Frill again.
Off hands, Harvey Frill. Worm burner along the ground. It's effective though. Puts in the path of a teammate. Here's Watson. No shrugs off an opponent. Already impresses. He attempts to bury the barrel loose. Bouncing back here. Be a chance for Brooks. Casey Brooks, if it sits for him. It does. Puts a high ball towards the forward pocket area, but I think it'll be wide, although sliding. Perhaps could have got the kick last touch, but yeah, perhaps a missed opportunity by Jack Arthur there, Tomo's man, but Kennedy Boy will put it in.
Boundary throwing inside attacking 50 here for Meadows. They trail at the moment, 5-2-1 goal. First goal of the match, Meadows, but since then 5 unanswered goals for Kangarilla. Virgo trying to pick it up. It does eventually. Quick answer, Joel Harvey Frill. He's putting on a class here in the first quarter. Kick inside 50, but mopping up the fence and running away with it. I think it was Daniel Cross. He goes to the laser-like pass. Good movement here on the outer side. Finds Josh Young. So Young, right footer. Daniel on the other wing, I think. Kicks the ball inside 50. Floating across. Taking the mark there.
Hillier.
Was Hillier, and I think he was involved before on the other half-back flank area.
Yep, strong defender, Hillier. Bruno, as he's known, puts the ball forward, bouncing ball.
Clever.
Strong attack on the ball there from Badnock. Kangarilla still surging forward. In the meantime, Whistler's gone.
Are you saying Hillier's nickname's Bruno?
Bruno, yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. He doesn't look like a Bruno, does he?
Flagstaff Hill recruit.
Just quickly, Blake Muller down here in the full forward line for Meadows. He's doing a truckload of work. He's on the hands on hips at the moment, sucking the big ones. But he's really trying hard. He laid a really good tackle before. He's competing in the air. They just need to get some better kicks in there for their forwards.
First season, O'Sullivan's Beach and Cove background, Tomo.
Big, strong boy.
In the meantime, a point has been raised for Kangarilla.
Great shot there by Hutto.
5-3. Meadows still camped on the one goal. 19 minutes, 20 minutes.
Perched on the hill, I reckon, there. 20-minute mark coming up. Meadows just holding back the damn wall at the moment. Kangarilla dominating, I believe, Jaden J. Hill in the stats. We'll get to him shortly. Kick inside 50. Big man down there. Ground level ball. Here's an opportunity for Jamie Grosser. He's been involved in the first term with goals, and it's gone out of bounds. Jaden J. Hill.
So 15 inside 50s for Kangarilla, 12 inside 50s for Meadows, 39 kicks to 31 in favour of the visiting team.
So, meanwhile, free
Taking
kick.
possession.
Billy Trott, AHLG specialist.
Been cross ground. This is
That's
dangerous,
dangerous.
and the party man says, well, I'll just accept this present.
Don't know about that one.
So Harvey Frill a chance to kick consecutive goals here for the Blues as they go towards the Mawson Road end of the ground, the primary school entrance end.
Bit of Shannon Goldsmith about him. But would that be a fair assumption, Jeffrey? You've watched bit of Shannon Goldsmith, you know.
Yes,
like,
yeah,
I don't
great football
say that for
focus,
another
yes.
reason, but rangy. He's got a lovely leg. Takes a
that
mark.
touch of magic and a bag of tricks and
Come back.
through. And
No,
knows
umpire
nearly how to
Marsden.
kick a goal, but one
Spoke
goal
too
won.
soon.
That's not too bad for the opening term.
Spoke too soon.
Would you say he's been effective?
I'll be super effective so far. Oh, you'd love to have someone like that in your team. Anything could happen.
So Young with the ball for Meadows. They're just holding on here in the first quarter. Kangarilla are certainly pushing. They're kicking with the breeze as the ball's held up there. Oh, that's a memorable moment. AHLG and almost to the Lantern Landscape and Firewood.
Good play to take those.
Big
Was
leap there.
Carapitas, UBUT.
Got up there, didn't he?
And it's a stoppage situation just near the scoreboard here. As Watson's going to get it onto the handball. I think Graves got it to him. No one's at home though.
The Bruno Hillier, safe uncontested mark. He's got a run around here, and the kid.
Thanks to Lancaster's Property Services. He's had a good start, Tomo Hillier.
He has. He's watching the ball very well off boot when it's coming into the forward line and just go and take his own marks.
So Peyton finds a teammate, comes back across the ground to Brody Gregory.
Hello.
Coughs it up, but completely
good
off.
Shepherd.
Hillier off the ball, gives it
That
to
wasn't
Dean.
off the ball. That was great.
So Dean nurses it straight down the cricket pitcher. Oh, uncontested there. Must thought it was Christmas there in Jack Arthur, Tomo's man.
Down the middle.
So he'll go straight down towards a charge of Kangaroos over the top.
Harvey Frill.
Snapped out there by Harvey Frill, Tomo's
Wow,
man.
that's
And tell you what, another party
That's
trick.
a snag of the day contender.
That is
Thanks to
a
Lowe's
cracking goal.
Miko.
So Harvey
Pencil
Frill.
that one down.
Yeah,
Pistols.
he's an early leader.
Jaden J. Hill putting on a clinic, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. So, yeah, like Tomo said before, they're obtaining
That's
the footy at the
masterclass.
moment. Yeah,
Check side, right-footed and collected it one-handed. Thanks for coming, Jaden.
47 kicks to 34 in favour of Kangarilla, and handballs 11-7. So not many handballs in the game at the moment. Just precision kicks in the middle of the ground, Tomo.
Tomo, what do you do?
You just got to retain possession and chip your way through it. Roll on once you get a little bit more past centre, but you got to be hitting your targets. Like, you can't just blast in the forward line.
It's virtually Meadows kicked the first goal in 90 seconds at the start of the game. Since then, it's all been one-way traffic to the right of your dial. And here they go again. Dean feeds out the handball. And the old 1-2 gets it further afield. Overhead there. Meadows crashing through is the big man Marsh. Sold a bit of candy.
Players
Goes a
down
sweeping
behind
handball.
scenes
Yeah,
there.
I
out
think
to
that was an
Virgo.
accidental head clash there, boys.
Refuel Wellness injury report.
Virgo gets it out wide.
You
Finds
like
a teammate.
Denver,
That was good.
Denver Kerr caught one in the head, and so did Flood.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So, ball rebounded here. Good run
Buckley.
there by Maxie Buckley, the co-captain, wearing the number 20 in honour of Midge Hartwell this afternoon. Gets the ball out the back door, but the resilient Kangarilla defence put it back from whence it came.
Half forward line, they're on top, that's for sure. Kangarilla early. Meadows just need to respond here, and that's kicked by Billy Trott, I think, out towards the outer side. As you'd expect, Luke Watson doing a power of work. Kick towards the half forward. So is this man, Hillier, absolutely lighting it up across the half back line for Kangarilla. And that's gone out of bounds. Tomo.
Watching the play here, you're watching the ball going backwards and forwards. It looks like there's a distinct advantage to kicking to the right of the screen to where Kangarilla are kicking, just with the breeze. Everything else going back to the left of the screen is holding up in the wind, which is making it easier for the defenders.
All right, boundary throw in. As you saw on the screen there, that was Zach Milbank wearing the Chad Dorr 400 mark, and that's holding the ball. Flood with the tackle. That definitely wasn't in the back. That was a textbook tackle there.
So Flood swamped his opponent there,
Hang
Benny.
on, that wasn't Flood.
Caputo.
Caputo.
Pucci. That's Pucci all over him.
21 versus 31.
So Caputo already with a goal amongst that 6 tally by Kangas. So he'll go long
Oh, he's
and
got someone
short. On the lead is Matt Colley in the orangey red
Frustrating,
boots.
Tomo? And for Dorr, Chris Dorr there, if you...
For Chris, I'd be writing a few notes to liven the boys up at quarter time. You're not going to give them a spray, but you're just going to talk about the things that are basic. Again, I keep saying retaining possession. We're playing a big game and keeps off and putting it through 2 white sticks. So, great. It's an easy shot to kick from there, too.
So Colley kicked one goal last week in the win. He's got one already this afternoon. And trying to go further ahead here, the visiting Blues.
Well, I think there's a definite advantage kicking to the right of screen. I'm not going to say it's a 5-goal advantage. I reckon it's probably 2 or 3, but they're certainly chasing the ball a lot harder at the moment.
We'll get Jaden to get his pants off and flap him around out.
Settle down.
See if the Mawson doctor is blowing strongly.
You've done it before.
So 7 goals. 4 plays 1 straight. So
back in the middle. Rucks will go at it here. Let's see how we go. Nice work. Ground level ball. Benke tried to work it out. He does to Smart. That's better from Meadows. And that's not quite hitting the target there.
Jack Arthur.
Running off the half back line with beautiful precision towards the half forward line. This is champagne footy from Kangarilla. Can't quite end in a goal, and that's gone out of bounds on the full. In fact, it's gone into someone's backyard.
The kid there, would have been a miracle goal for him. It's his first year of senior footy. Kobe Payton just couldn't bring it back enough and into the backyard.
We've got retrieving a new footy.
Yeah, new footy's out there, new Sharon. So Meadows to relieve the pressure temporarily. Chips up the ground. Mark taken there by Luckett, wearing number 5 this afternoon. So Luckett, what's an offer? He'll go short for Grays, over his head, but found Kerr. Denver Kerr.
Very stagnant in this forward line. Casey Brooks leading up.
Second year with the club since crossing up from Yankalilla. Puts it further afield. Big leap over the back of the pack. Leading the race for the ball was Muller. Pushes it forward. He's got support there. You don't see teammate.
Tomo, what do you want to see from the Meadows forward line?
I want to see a tap. I want to see a tap inside towards their goals. About 5 players run at it and just steamroll them.
So there's a chance. One of the rare times they've had that deep in defence in this quarter. Brooks handballs out of trouble. Evans getting involved there. Close to the boundary line. Kerr puts down the opponent, puts it up the ring, finds the Rambo man.
Laid it down the ground for a flop. This guy's been watching too much LeBron.
So Hayden Curry with the ball.
Yep,
right
Curry on the left boot with the headband on. Kicks it up the wing past the Chad Dorr 400 game logo. Luke Smart. Beautiful tackle. Just managed to get the handball away. Not fluent footy here. Jerem are involved. Meantime, switch of play out by Billy Trott out towards the outer side wing. Kangarilla got numbers. That's how you do it. Toe poke off the ground by Bayliss. Good work here from Kangarilla. Got it inside 50 now. Bayliss still pushing on. 20 metres out from Kangarilla's goal just by sheer will and want, and it's gone through for a minor score.
Ball almost sounds flat when you hear it get cracked by the boot.
It's a new footy.
Might be the new footy, Tomo. It's not. The other one's still in the backyard, maybe. Someone souvenired it. The Chad Hawth 400th day football. So there you go. So Meadows bring it out. Close to the boundary line, finds Jack Duran.
Yep, recruit this season.
Yeah, former Maipalonga Junior. Puts it back up the line. Finds Lachlan Austinbury. Her turn goes across the ground. Teammate there.
Patience. Got to chip their way through. They've got to chip their way through and just retain possession.
Young.
Daniel Young. Yep, Daniel Young this time. Not a lot on offer.
Move.
Not a lot.
Very stagnant footy.
So chips it up the line. Back to Austinbury. So Austinbury.
Well,
there we go. The siren. We've had mixed fortunes with the siren today, but officially that is into the first term, which sees
it's holding on again.
A comprehensive. I'd say give it a comprehensive.
He should have just stuck with the first burst.
Yes, should have.
Anyway.
So at quarter time, it's the visiting Kangarilla Blues,
Tomo?
7-5.
I thought you were keeping your finger on the red button there, so for all the swearing that's going on.
Yeah, that's right.
So Kangarilla 7-5 as the scoreboard has now decided to leave us. But Meadows with the 1 goal. So
Yep, we'll go to the sponsorship announcements now, and Tomo and Jaden will take us through the first quarter shortly.
Will Fernhead here from AHLG, where with Call of the Wild, go the Dogs. Yoo!
Hey, it's Goldie, and you're watching the Hills Football League Call of the Wild match of the day here, live and free every Saturday.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, corflute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
It's Adam Hunt here from the Stringybark Valley Footy Club. You're watching Call of the Wild. Stay tuned for more footy action.
Hi, Pistols here with the Call of the Wild team, bringing you the best of Hills football match of the day every week, live and local and free. Cheers, enjoy.
Hey, it's Mitch from the Hark Adelaide Hills Footy Club. You're watching the Call of the Wild. Stay tuned for more footy action.
Hey, it's
Welcome back to Stringybark Park in Meadows. Round 2 Hills Football League Division A grade action. And at quarter time, it's the visiting Kangarilla Blues in, pretty good charge of proceedings. So it's 7-5, 47 to Meadows with just the 1 straight goal, which was the first goal incidentally of the match. So a 41-point lead in favour of the Blues as we go to final. The stats that matter and probably tell the story of the current stage of the game. J&J Hill.
Thanks, Pistols. Yeah, just firstly, so obviously Kangarilla scored 47 points, 7 goals, 5, 47. It's actually their highest first quarter score against Meadows since 2010 ever. And also it's their second highest quarter score against the Southern Bulldogs since 2010 as well. Previously, their highest quarter score against Meadows is 50. So there you go. Just the stats here from the first quarter: 58 kicks to 45 in favour of Kangarilla. Handballs 12-9 in favour of Kangarilla, and the marks as well in favour of Kangarilla, 20-12, and the inside 50s 21-16 in favour of Kangarilla. But a stat that wasn't in favour of Kangarilla was actually the centre clearances, 5-4 in favour of Meadows, which is quite surprising. Like I said, Meadows did get the first 2 of them, but yeah, so Kangarilla though leading the kicks 58-45. Like Tomo said, just keeping possession of the football.
To see the Kangarilla coaching staff there, Rod Mitchell and Trevina, and there's Chris Dorr just addressing Meadows group at the moment. They'll be kicking with a slight breeze in this quarter. Jaden, what's the weather like at the moment? Wind, breeze?
I thought the breeze has actually calmed down a bit from when we were out there pre-game, so it's calmed down a little bit. Still, a little bit of wind, but not too much at all. So actually, pretty good conditions for footy today, boys.
We're live on HFL Media on the YouTube channel, and of course, Call of the Wild 2025 Facebook page, and the Hills Football League Facebook page as well.
And of course, Benny, we must say a big shout out to regular contributor and regular viewer, of course, the great man Andrew Osland, I believe, still running wild in Western Australia, and some shots of, was it Esperance or somewhere?
That's it.
Yeah, so trust you're enjoying your dose of Hills footy.
Sponsors for Call of the Wild: Hark Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Forward, Print Wrap Pack, Lowe's Meat Co. Thank you very much. Lancaster's Property Services, The Courier, Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood, Refill Wellness, Painted Wine Barrels and Signs, Explorer Caravans, and Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills. HFL sponsors on top of that: Work Locker iSports Coaching Technology, Sports Power and The Courier. Think Road Safety and closest supermarket. Meadows sponsors Stringybark Park Landscaping and Kangarilla's Bleasdale, the Potts family. She's a keeper, bookkeeping, payroll and BAS.
And
Tomo. Yep, just quickly. Yep. Tomia. No, we haven't got Tomo down there. Don't worry about him. We'll get him at half time. That's all good.
Just going to say goal kickers for Kangaroo in that opening term. Harvey Frill with 2. Grimmond, Caputo, Virgo, Grosser and Colley. So we'll get underway here for the second term. Brought to you by Mount Barker Ford. As the siren continues on. Ball comes down here. Strong attack at ground level. Oh, the old push off there by Young. Goes to ground. Daniel Young, the free kick has been paid, and we'll go to that man, Harvey Frill, had a very good first term. So Harvey Frill with 2 already on the board. Run up for last year's mile medal, puts it inside the forward 50.
Yep, 1-on-1 contest. Let's see what Meadows' defence can do in this term. Involved there was Daniel Cross, running across the back line though. Short kick in board, dangerous. Turnover, that's costly. Lockton Osprey with the kick. So Kangarilla move the ball forward.
Their man, Curry.
Repeat forward entries. We'll get to Tomo shortly for his observations of the quarter time breaks as Billy Trott Pistols switches play out here to Max Buckley.
There, Trott in front of us. The past players gathering on the bowling club hill. No doubt enjoying the not enjoying the result at the moment, but enjoying the festivities because Chad Dorful 100th game earlier. So taken here by Evans, Ben Variety, right in the centre pitch area where he's stars with Kangaroo with the ball also
Very
during the
good
summer.
cricketer.
Yeah,
Very
so
good cricketer.
Ben Evans, just a little wedge kick forward for the Timber to get up there. Hands to it, in front of the pack, bouncing ball. Gathered there by Bink. He gives a clever handball across the long. And the Dogs get out of trouble.
They do in the middle of the ground, but it's going to come back in. Or is it a Refuel Wellness injury report? That free kick there, slowly getting to his feet.
Hit in the back of the head.
In the back of the head.
Crowden.
Yep. So meantime, it's going to be a kick forward. We'll get the Tomo shortly.
Yeah, the goal kicker for Meadows this afternoon.
Centre forward area, that's better. Good presenting, Tomo.
Yeah, look.
Quarter time.
Chatty Door had a bit
Chris?
to say. Sorry. Good work, Chris. Chrissy had a bit to say. He brought them in nice and tight, and he just let a few little home truths out. It's just about them not working hard enough and playing the way that they said that they didn't want to play. But I suppose the more important thing is if they can just go back to playing their roles, not running in the spaces they don't want to be running into. It's a big kick.
So Blake Muller. Opening shot of the second term.
But it's about being efficient. They talked about chipping the ball around, retaining possession, which we talk about, right, and moving their way forward that way. So it's good chat. So we'll catch Rod at half time.
Rob Mitchell, yep.
So deep in defence, Kangarilla favours the pavilion side. Ball catches in the wind. Leaper there was
Dean
off hands.
All
Comes
right, here
back
we go.
here. His
No,
chance
it's a
for Luckett.
fumble.
Will it sit for him? No. Good pressure from Kangarilla. Coughs the ball up. Here's Harvey Frill lurking. Ball out over the boundary line. The
Free
boundary
kick for
umpire
Meadows.
Academy boy has been paid. Well done, Benny. It's going to be Graves.
Yep, AHLG specialist as well.
Of course, yeah, former Nairne-Bremer player. Played 6 games for the Rams last year at A-grade level. So
Jaden.
handy pickup.
Got rid of the luscious locks, I reckon, during the week. Did great.
Maybe fell under one of the AHLG mowers.
Check side looking. Oh, that's.
Well, I tell you what, that's a good pass across to an opposition player.
That's
Well
not.
said.
Not a.
That's not an AHLG memorable moment.
Cut your leg off that one, I reckon.
And here's a chance for Dean, who's been very impressive. First time we've seen him because a new recruit. Gets it back to a teammate in the other back pocket.
Yeah, I reckon it's Hillier, is it?
Is indeed.
He had a ripping
Bruno.
start. Lancaster's Property
Yeah.
Services defensive acts. Hillier leading the way.
This is
Curry. Curry, yep.
As I say, a scruffy but effective defender.
I like the look of him. There's a bit of the doormat about it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Well, the hair. The
yes. We understand what you're saying.
I was thinking the same thing.
Jack Arthur, here he is now. Bit of Rambo about him at the moment.
Rambo as well.
Yeah, but the headband gets it in the centre of the ground, 1-on-1 contest here. Good mark taken for
Bruce
Kangarilla.
Dool, of course. I'm talking about Bruce Dool.
Yeah, Bruce Dool.
Yeah.
So Kangarilla, centre of the ground. Chip the ball forward, and there's that man Dean who's covering plenty of ground. He thought about playing on, umpire right on the mark. Perhaps Tommy McLean give him the benefit of the doubt there, Benny.
Well, that's better. Dean, short pass. Tomo's counting some numbers here.
Four loose defenders in here for Meadows, but are they going to be able to stop him from scoring? Is the question.
Here's one of the most effective players on the ground.
The party man.
Easy to like.
That was like slow motion there. And kicks the ball forward. Ground level ball.
Caputo! You beauty!
There we go. That's a snag of the day. Lowe's Meat Co contender, Jaden J. Hill.
Yeah, I tell you what, they are looking a bit like Argentina here. And this,
Yeah,
there
they
was
do
a
indeed.
soccer goal there. So
Buddy.
Goal!
Ole!
Easy, boys, come on.
So anyway, 11 kicks to 6 in favour of Kangarilla, and inside 50s 3-2 in favour of them as well.
Tomo?
A little bit of a lack of urgency on a ground ball pick up there in the defence for Meadows, which if I was Chris, there'd be note taken and a little quiet whisper at half time.
They've got a lot of tall timber down there, Kangarilla.
They
You
do.
happy with the way they're going about it, the big men?
They just need to be attacking. Mate, the aerial contest before, you just need to pluck that in. No real body pressure, but just did the old Fosby flop.
So wrapped up in the tackle there was Gabriel Bayliss. So Kangarilla, big man Marsh hacks it over the back. Bouncing ball. Taken there by Osterberry. Quick hands out. Gets back to the run of a teammate.
Young.
They get out of trouble through Daniel Young. Puts towards half-forward flank area.
Evans, is it? No.
It's our man Jack Arthur.
Sorry,
Tomo's man right in front of the scoreboard. 8-5 to 1 goal. Pretty bleak if you're a Meadows supporter and what's a big day for the club, but you never know. Words of wisdom from Coach George Daw at quarter time might just spur him. So Marsh hacks it out of the air, taken here by Smart. Gets to a teammate round the corner to the corridor area. Bouncing ball. Bayliss goes to ground under pressure. Good tackle applied there by Denver Kerr. A nil draw, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
I think they need a bit more than a spur at half time. I think they need a rocket.
All right. Tomo's called for a rocket. That
There
could be
you go.
coming at half time if it continues on the way it is. Kick into the middle of the ground. Kangarilla got players at ground level. Jericho John, thanks for coming. Slow motion sort of work once again. Evans got time to back heel, do a bit of shimmy, turn around on the right, and then lace out Joel Harvey-Frill. Clinical stuff from Kangarilla as they move the ball out the grandstand wing. Fitness looks pretty good from Kangarilla this season after last year's grand final.
15 weeks pre-season they put in.
Kai Dean with the ball. He's going to be a handy addition in the midfield. This way, that way. Goes a little short pass. Has still got time to work here. Oh, chicken wing. Jericho John. Gone.
Umpire Tommy McLean, right? Jericho John. Ball didn't cover the required distance, I'd suggest. So Daniel Young.
What are you looking for here, Tomo? Long.
So Young puts it down. Camped under it. It was Arthur. Got support there from a teammate.
That's a throw. No?
Yeah, the option was just up slightly more inside. They kicked it to a 2-on-1. Their big mullah was down probably 10 metres to the inside of that contest.
So March hucks it out, help forward. Here's a chance for Evans to use his pace right in front of the Meadows coaching box.
As you'll see, our sponsors popping up down the bottom right-hand corner. Thanks very much to them once again. Fantastic stuff.
So the Academy boy, what a great job they do. Of course, we've got to thank the umpire sponsors, Formula Honda, Mount Pleasant Butcher, Harndale Fruit and Veg, Adelaide Hills Real Estate, Sterling Hotel, Mortgage Choice through Matt Adam Appel and Intersport Blackwood. Ball comes out here, relayed. Here's that man Hillier, little short kick, bouncing ball, follows it up nicely, gets his own footy, gets it across to Bayliss. Bayliss chips it forward, finds a teammate.
Oh, there's showtime here. Kangarilla's got the switch on. Here's Dean. He's coming in contention, I believe, for the most effective player. I'm not picking it, though. Kick inside 50, Virgo. Just clinical stuff here from Kangarilla. They're certainly looking like a powerful side this season as Grosser takes the mark. Looking for some generation of movement in here inside attacking 50, or is he just going to go back and have a shot?
He has to pick someone off.
So from bang on, probably 47 metres.
Let's give it a roost.
Gives it everything he's got right to the line. We've got the tall timber once again, Kangarilla down there, and they're going to lock it up here, edge of the goal square.
Tell you, the big fella Jordan Rees, about 6'9", he's got his hands to a couple of balls there, Tomo, to come in, but if he can clank a few marks, it'll be extra worries for the defence of Meadows.
Yeah, you'd like to see him catch something.
So, ball spills out. Here's Virgo, shrugs off an opponent, gets support.
Ooh, here
Around
we
the
go.
corner,
No, not quite.
Bruce Marston says, one finger up.
Never makes a mistake, Bruce. Never. Yep, J Hill.
22 kicks to 10 in favour of Kangarilla at the moment. Marks 12-2 in this quarter in favour of Kangarilla as well.
Tomo?
Any relation to Paul Rees? I mean, if he's that tall, with a surname like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you wouldn't be thinking the ex-36er,
Yep.
North Melbourne Giant.
So, Lachlan Osterbury to bring the ball back in.
Maybe we'll find out.
The green boots goes towards the primary school side of the ground. Off hands there, taken by Kerr. Sweeping handball finds Graves in the long
2-on-1.
sleeves.
That's
better football, better transition. Bouncing ball favours Kangarilla's defence and thumped over the line through for a minor score by Ben Flood. So first behinds on the scoreboard for Meadows. They're 1-1, but far in arrears of Kangarilla 8-6 as we've played 10 minutes in the second term. Called wild on HFL Media.
Tomo.
They moved that ball really well, didn't they, from that kick off, so kick out. So I'd like to see him do that a bit more often.
So Evans is the man in the position here. Like his start to this contest with the headband on. Goes a short pass to Dean. He's had a great start as well.
Torval.
Few players. Yeah, Torval and Dean. Good one. Happy with that one. A turnover though. Kick forward by Casey Brooks.
Oh! They can't buy a bloody chance at the moment, I tell you.
Had a player by himself there in the forward pocket in Young and just could not find him. As Kangarilla once again clear the ball out of the fence. That's a free kick.
Didn't touch him.
Umpire's called it, hasn't he? The price is right.
So Ben Flood.
LeBron.
Missed last year, had a year off, but former Macclesfield player. So Flood goes backwards to Dean, who's doing it all over to Oval, that's for sure at the moment. Gets outside to Hillier. Hillier chips it up the wing area. Finds a teammate there in Bayliss.
They are racking up the touches.
So every Kangarilla player's getting involved here, which you like to see.
They're overlap running boys. Like, they don't get it once, they're running on to the next
Fantastic. That's a bit of a crude tackle there, so it'll be that man Hillier Bruno to take the result free kick.
He's had a great game. Lancaster's Property Services. Defensive work has been great from him. Kicks the ball to the half-forward line.
I was going to say the Bomber would love his defensive work, similar to what the old bloke did himself. Still having a kick for Chunga B grade too, our man Bomber.
Yep, we'll see a Chunga in a few weeks against Gumaraka. They're up and about at a Chunga. Bayliss. Oh, look at that.
Oh, his vision was good, but he picked out Graves.
He's had a few good touches in this quarter.
Indeed.
The AHLG specialist kicks the ball out towards the wing area. That's a memorable moment thanks to AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. Great mark.
How do you spit that out one sentence? That's amazing.
Happy with that?
You're very impressed, Benny. Very impressed.
Yeah.
So Jack Arthur goes backwards to go forward, back to the man Hillier. Bruno.
Been working on it all week.
He's got a paddock to work in. Puts it out wide here. He's got a couple of teammates out here. One is Evans, takes the mark.
I've forgotten to do something. I'll get into it in a sec.
It's all right. Chips it up to Virgo. Virgo will give back to Evans in the 1-2. Has a bounce. Arches the back. Runs through the centre of the ground. Gets out towards the wing area. But here's a chance for Kerr in front. Takes a double grab mark to stop this attack.
We'll unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack
yes,
shortly from
that.
Jaden J. Hill.
Got to put that in. We'll get cards and letters.
There was a lot of. My phone was lighting up. I wasn't sure what was happening.
Jaden was getting a bit edgy.
Oh,
Here's a chance for Graves. Deserves to finish off with a goal. He does. So
Oh, gee whiz.
Wow. So it's 3 behinds for this. Not the reward for Meadows. Better application this quarter from Tomo by Tomo.
Yeah, retaining possession a bit more, chipping around. But when they're getting their chance, they're rolling on and actually creating some opportunities for themselves.
Kick out from Kangarilla. Good mark.
Pink boots here in front of us. They're trying to kick it in.
Hayden Curry. Meantime, it's gone to the wing. Oh, high flyer.
Collar, you beauty.
Almost the mark. Don't go anywhere half time too. Tomo's going to have some chats with some important people.
Ooh.
This is a good period for Meadows.
They're trying.
Just not on the scoreboard at the moment, but at least putting a blowtorch on Kangarilla, but they're going to get the ball out here. As I say that, and the big man on the juggle takes the mark.
Here is
Ryman Grimman kicked 4 goals last week. Yep. Plays cricket for Kangarilla, Whyalla recruit.
Rupina premiership footballer. Yep.
Can't kick a goal, I'm told.
Tomo will talk us through the action.
Kicked 32 last year in the premiership campaign for the Roos. Puts it up towards the top of the square. That's a good mark taken back there.
See how the ball held up? It really held
He's
up
done
there.
for a long time, Maxi Buckley, the co-captain. Last line of defence.
Lancaster's property defensive mark. Good work there by Maxi Buckley.
Hasn't got a lot on offer. He'll come towards our broadcast side.
Caravan
sets it up over the back of the pack, bouncing ball. Chance for cross. Ball beats him over the line.
All right, let's unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. J&J Hill.
Go JJ.
Cheers. Thanks, Goldie. So Kangarilla have actually kicked double the amount of Sharons that Meadows have kicked, 39-18 in favour of Kangarilla, marked 24-6 in favour of the visiting team, and 11 handballs to 6 in favour of the visiting team again.
Oh, as they go forward once again, Luke Watson with a real pie floater.
They're getting it forward, just the forwards aren't there.
They are getting it, and the stats are showing that, Jaden.
Sure are.
Just haven't quite got that forward to make the most of it. Oh, that's a clever toe poke. Ball spills out. Can this be a chance? Ball kicks, and it's gone through for minor score.
Always entertaining footy when the ball was just getting chipped around and not any result coming for the team that's probably doing a bit better with the ball at the moment.
So they've stopped the bleeding a little bit. They've only restricted Kangarilla to 2 goals since quarter time, but not getting, unfortunately, the major results.
4
Themselves
points.
with 4 points for this term, but they're in Devers Meadows. But as I said, Coach George Dorr will be pretty happy with that.
We got Party Boy here right in front of us. Not a man near him. Like
number 77.
Yeah.
As I said to you before, Tomo, you'd think you'd wear him like a glove given his ability. Here he is again, lurking. Fortunately, the ball doesn't come this way. Here's Osterbury. Gets it out. Teammate there, and time gets it to Young. He's going all sorts of trouble. Oh, he threads his way up beautifully like a sewing class. Puts it further afield. Taken by Bayliss. High kick under pressure. Big pack flies. Collie held his ground. Cross comes in. Comes out towards Jericho John. Oh, well done in the end by Young. Backed up well, but only towards a teammate. Oh, well stolen by Osterbury, who launched that passage of play. Gets it up the wing area and finds a teammate.
Yep, kick forward there by Hayes.
There you go.
That's long, strong, inside attacking 50. That's what you want from your big man down there. And Matthew Benke, who's pushed down to the forward line. So good work there by the Dogs, Tomo.
As soon as the ball came back out of this half-back clearance, this half-back congested area here for Meadows heading forward, Benke just got back and got in a really dangerous position at the head of the goal square, and guess where it landed? Right in his lap.
So Benke, point blank range. Commentators curse out. Tomo, as a man who's kicked a lot of goals in his career.
I've kicked a couple of stinker points in my time like that one too, don't worry.
It happens.
The coach's night, man.
It does happen.
It just gives you the feeling perhaps it's not going to be the Bulldogs' day. That sort of situation.
Just
Still, you see it at the elite level in AFL. So
Stabbed at that one.
Yeah, only poked at it. Didn't even have a crack at it.
He did.
All right, so Kangarilla just absorbing Meadows' push here. Get to Jaden J. Hill shortly. Just keen to unwrap Packs some stats again thanks to Print
You
Wrap
just
and
love
Pack.
saying that now, mate.
Yeah. Meantime, here's another chance. I think
Croden.
it's Croden.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
There
There we
you
go.
Not that he's selfish, Kane Crone, but he's the leading goal kicker today with the 2 of the 2.
Better, Tomo.
I think if I can, that's a great finished goal there by Crowden. But if I could just go back to Benke for a second, now he's got 5 minutes to really, make that up to himself, not just to his teammates, but to himself. Really attack the footy. Anything that comes in the air, spring at it, compete at it. If it comes forward, great, gives him a chance to crumb and goal. But when you do yourself a boo-boo like that, you just want to get back into it and actually just really blow it up.
All right, so that's Meadows 2-5-17 now to the visitors, of course, Kangarilla 8-6-54. Jaden J. Hill.
Yeah, good pressure by the Dogs there. So 9 inside 50s to 8 in favour of Meadows, Goldie.
So back in the middle, Joel Harvey Frill. Let's see how he goes head to head here with Luke Smart by the looks of it as Watson collects the ball. Starting to get some good movement out the middle here, Meadows. A couple in a row would be interesting. Ground level ball. Long went in, attacked the ball. They got it to the half forward line.
Looks like they've just decided to take the bit between the teeth and really grind it out this last probably 10 minutes by Meadows.
19 minutes gone in the second term here. Stringybark Park in Meadows. Ball in the middle of the ground.
Like a bowling alley there, boys.
Luke
Fence
Smart
going
cops
down
one.
Yeah, so taken away there.
Young.
So Daniel Young puts it forward, bouncing ball. This way, that way. Well locked up there, I think.
Oh, Graves, brilliant.
That knock around the corner. Graves with a high kick. Has it got the carry? Yes, it has, but not the accuracy. He's through for a minor score. So 1 goal, 6 this quarter, Tomo, compared to 2 straight by Kangarilla. So Meadows had their opportunities to improve that scoreboard.
Hillier goes inboard. Turnover.
Oh,
Graves this time. Oh, you got to kick that.
That's what he's been recruited for.
Wow.
But this is, see, there has been a momentum shift. It's been dumbed down, so that all the momentum was Kangarillas. The momentum's been quelled, and all of a sudden it's starting to swing towards Meadows. So hopefully they can get some scores on the board before half time.
All right, kick out. Hillier again, having a great game. Kicks the ball out towards the outer side wing. Strong mark. You like to see that, Tomo?
Yeah, that's a good mark.
Handball inboard. They've got the running game here going. Kangarilla towards the half-forward flank.
You've got to punch that ball out of bounds, kiddo.
Billy Trott that was. Kick forward, and a player over the back here
Breezy
is the big man. We saw
Look
him
at the
carve it up a
elsewhere.
few years ago at this ground, I reckon. Kicks into the forward pocket. They got tall timber down here. Good mark. Virgo. Captain floating across the race there and takes a good mark, Jaden.
Yeah, he sure does. So that's 30 marks now to 8 in favour of Kangarilla in this quarter.
Wow.
Isn't Big Marshy in the goal square walking step ladder? What a unit.
Number 2.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
You call him all sorts of different nicknames, but you never call him late for lunch.
That is.
He's a strong man, that's what I'm saying. Got it?
So there you go. Just pulled it wide.
Umpire Bruce Marston, 1 point.
Chris Dawes' goal for the team was to get 3 this quarter to stop them from scoring and kick 3 back, so they're part way there.
If you add up their points, yes.
Yeah.
Aussies tuned in from Bremer Bay near Albany in WA.
Fantastic. So Young brings the ball back in. Josh Variety, centre of the ground.
Okay, here we go.
Ball pushed forward. Here's a
Gotta
chance.
go, Binks.
Here's
Gotta go, Binks.
You've got to get this
here's
one.
The foot race. Carapitas, long, they both overrun it. Oh, diving in there.
Got the numbers here,
It was
Meadows.
Graves, I think it was.
That's
that's a silly that is.
It's Hawthorn versus, who was it?
Yeah,
The grand
Geelong.
final. Geelong, yeah.
just keep conceding.
So, that's the
2008.
That's the ultimate rushed behind, I'd suggest.
JJ just breaks out the
one
numbers.
of them at a grand final, didn't it, Jay?
Did, so-
Dean
Dean.
goes a short pass to Hillier. Good period here for Meadows. Another one would be interesting before half time. Luke Smart opted to go to punch, and that's come off. Running through here is Badenoch. Inboard pass. Dropping the mark. Was it Muller?
Muller.
Has a shot
Is it
though
up
and
at-
tells it through. Oh, no, it's hit the
bit of
post.
woodwork.
It's hit the woodwork, yeah.
They're peppering Pistols. How many is that now? 9 points.
9 points, 1 goal 9 to 1 goal 2. So they've certainly won this quarter, but just can't get the goals. Oh, that's a good grab by the danger man, Harvey Farrell, the party man.
It's like the Mountain Goats last week against the Raider in the last quarter going downhill.
I believe here's
Oh,
Dean.
gone!
That's holding the pill.
No,
Oh.
Whistle had gone, so Dean
Come
will
on,
go
Torval.
back.
Torval.
It's Graves
Torval and
erased.
Dean.
Puts it out wide to Evans. Ben Evans out of wing.
Good first
Nonchalantly
game.
puts it around the corner. That's a good mark taken. Kangarilla wastes no time. Put it
Oh, the
forward.
big man.
Here's the big man at ground level.
Starting to get his hands on the ball here, Tomo.
Long line down for Jordan Rees.
It's good to see.
So really the first time we've seen him. As said, he's had a few contested opportunities.
Well, he led well at the foot of the ball carrier, so
His first clear.
it's a fair target. You think
So
about the
actually-
catching circle a bloke that size has got too, like how low and how wide you can catch and how high they can catch a footy.
Actually played a bit of junior football at your Raider.
That's it.
Benny.
And C grade as well.
Yeah, in his third season.
Hello, turf.
He would have looked up and seen your photo in the clubhouse. Tomo, it would have inspired him. So
And the
let's see
Under
how his
14s
goal kicking.
Under 14s Premier. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's inspired him to kick goals, Tomo. He's missed everything, unfortunately.
And 11 to change room,
We could just
Tomo.
There's a good story there, Benny.
we
We'll
could
get to
just
your, yeah.
we could just say he's a little bit cold because he hasn't had too many shots. So
When we get to your Adler Oval, Tomo's going to take us through some
he
stories.
can do us a tour. Yeah, return to Tomo return.
Tomo story time. There you
Yes,
go.
some fantastic stories of your Adler Oval.
We might
with
even
Tomo.
get Bangkok Milton back out
Yeah.
to welcome us.
What a gentleman.
So-
What a gentleman.
So, meanwhile, back to the current football. Meanwhile, the umpire says, no, you've got to go back over
Hey,
your marks.
Tomo, just your
Yeah.
thoughts here. This has crept up on us. Are Meadows in this?
They're kicking themselves out of it. Look at this, they missed a close pass like that. Oh look, I think they're kicking themselves out of it with the missed opportunities. to be
So,
honest
Jack
with you.
Duran, I tell you what, it's a very disappointing passage of football.
If Kangarilla kick one in the next
Young
couple of
under
minutes,
pressure.
you'd be slashing your wrists, Ben Crystal.
So that's probably not a very good defensive passage of football there by Meadows, but they got out of it unscathed, luckily, as the academy boy will pitch it in right in front of the bowling club hill, and looks like the past players enjoying perhaps a few of those celebratory cans of the big Windsors 400, Benny.
Yep, don't go anywhere. Half time.
So Meadows with an extra behind the footy, which means Kangi's probably got an extra one on the footy.
Here we go.
So
Now
more
there's
chance to win the stoppage.
Make and break. Oh, no. It's turnover. Inboard.
The kid.
linking up beautifully here, Kangarilla.
Marshy.
Kick forward, the big man's down there and forces a contest.
Good pressure in the sleeves there.
Tomo, are you bigger than him or about?
No, mate, he'd have me well and truly covered. I probably got him maybe for height, but holy cow.
I tell you what, the way you knocked off those Anzac biscuits last week, Tomo, I reckon you're a bit of a pseudo Joey Chestnut.
Pseudo Joey Chestnut. I don't know what that means.
Joey Chestnut, the world eating champion. Ate about 62 hot dogs in about 10 minutes.
And died early.
So to throw in Marsh gets it down. Quick hands out there. Well done by Bucklet ground level. Got towards Graves. Graves taken down with a big strong tackle. He's off the top rope. He's pinned him.
There's the hot dog.
There's a bit of WWE about him.
Yeah. Just couldn't get the 3 count as he puts it up the line coming out. A good mark taken there.
Harry Hayes.
By Harry Hayes.
I like his name as he switches play out. Here's a chance. It's 2-on-1 situation. Meadows moving the ball nicely here.
Big Muller's on, 17 on the wing.
Denver Kerr.
Just over this next bunch.
Left foot kicks it out to him now over the top of his head. Almost a big pick up there by Benke. Hands and knees. Oh, hello.
It's where they let themselves down with their
cool, calm and collected. Thanks for coming. That was beautifully done by Jack Arthur.
Great
fist.
It's
gone out of bounds.
Golden fist. Lancaster defensive work there by Maxie Buckley. Good fist.
J Hill, unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. Meadows on top in this quarter.
Well, inside 50 is actually 12 each, Goldie, at the moment. And the winning centre clearance count, 2-1.
So throwing Big Marsh in front.
The big man evens up now, gets a free kick.
Gets a free kick. How did he nudge the big man? I don't know. But anyway, the big man in the sleeves. Cold hero out here at Kangarilla, no doubt. Loves him.
Yeah.
That's a good lead out there. Got 2 to take. Put up the Dukes. I was Collie. He's been second grab. He's been paid the mark. Waste no time. He's got a man out here. Puts it out there. Good tumbling mark taken there by Benny Flood.
Yeah, he's pushing down there, flooding into the forward line.
Well done, Benny.
Benny Flood's really quick to throw his head back and to milk anything he can get, which is obviously quite a bit of a skill in itself. But let's see if he puts this through the big sticks.
So as we said, Flood had last year off. Former Macclesfield player, linked up with Kangarilla this year.
It's a great looking football, isn't it?
It is.
Brand new one.
Is it the replacement ball?
Yeah,
or retrieved the original one, which is probably someone's.
Hello. What's going on?
The price is right. I think the siren has gone. He's kicked it. Flood has kicked the goal on the siren.
That'd be so annoying for Dorsey.
Well, you talked about it, Tomo, and he'd be frustrated. That's for
sure.
So
dominating the quarter as far as the scoring end, but not getting the major return, and then have that happen right on the siren is a little bit of a kick in the, Tomo?
In the
teeth.
All right, that's half-time here from Stringybark Park in Meadows, and we'll go to some sponsorship announcements, and then we'll be back, all going well. Tomo, I think we're going to have some interviews.
There's 400
a couple of guests coming along.
400 good reasons to stay with us on the call to Walt.
Bit of roaming Tomo.
Aiden J. Hill here, and you're watching Call the Wild's HFL Game of the Day right here on Facebook and also YouTube. It's the vibe of Hills football.
Hi, Dave Murphy here from Adelaide Hills Lawns and Gardens and from the Mount Barker Footy Club. Go Roos!
You are watching the match of the round on Call of the Wild with me, primetime, free for all.
Back your side. We lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills Footy Ride. So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. We lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills Footy Ride.
Hey, Pistols. Benny, the old gold member. And J-Bangers, check out this, just watching our handiwork. What sort of a caravan has that on its side? I can tell you what sort of caravan. An Explorer Caravan Sales Titanium Caravan. These things are 200k and they're a home away from a home. So come, if you want to order yourself one of these bad boys, come down and see Daniel, Dave and the team at Explorer Caravan Sales Adelaide. Cheers. So I thought I'd just check out a bit of our handiwork from the weekend, and we're watching the HFL here on the side of a titanium caravan, and Daniel popped out. So funnily enough, this is his place with his dad Dave. Daniel, tell us a little bit about Explorer Caravan Sales.
Yeah, family business, committed customer service. We've got the best Australian-made caravans, titanium, Franklin and Viscount caravans. Behind us we've got a big titanium 22-foot family van with a big 50-inch plasma on the back of it. Come and check us out, corner of Prospect and Grand Junction Road. Love to see you.
Come and explore Australia with Explorer Caravans. Cheers.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us, and it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL. We're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
Hey, it's Mitch from the Hark Adelaide Footy Club. You're watching Call of the Wild. Stay tuned for more footy action.
Will Fernhead here from AHLG, where we've Call of the Wild, go the dogs. Yoo!
Hi, it's Billy Truff from AHLG and you're watching the Call of the Wild Hills Football League live.
Hey, it's Matt Golding from the Harndorf Footy Club and you are tuned into the Call of the Wild Hills Footy Live.
Hi, it's Sam Williams from the Harndorf Football Club and you are tuned into Call of the Wild Hills Footy Live.
Hey, it's Jack Parker here from the Kangarilla Footy Club. You're watching Call of the Wild Hills Live.
You are watching the match of the round on Call of the Wild with me, primetime, free for all, every Saturday.
Welcome back to Call of the Wild, coming to you through Hills Football Media as we're out here at Stringybark Park in Meadows, half-time the A grade, and it's at Kangarilla. We're pretty handy 40-point lead, 9-7-61 to the Meadows Bulldogs, 2-9-21. Well, special occasion out here as one of the favourite sons of Meadows, milestone man himself, and we've been lucky enough to get him amid some of the celebrations. So without further ado, we'll cross down to two legends of the game, of course past male medalist and former interleague teammate Matt Thomas talks with the one and only, the man of the moment, Chad Windsor-Dore. Tomo, take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Jeffrey, and I feel very privileged to speak to Chad here, celebrating his 400th game, and the simple questions I'll ask a little bit about how you managed to get your body this far, because a lot of us old blokes are jealous that you're still being able to run around because you're a long time retired, but how have you been looking after yourself? You're still in good nick. And what's it like cracking 400?
Good nick. I don't know what you saw before, Tomo, but I wouldn't say good nick. No, I don't know what it is. Maybe that deep forward role, just a lazy bastard, and rely on the midfielders. But no, I think coming back about 5 years ago after COVID, I got myself in okay nick-ish, and then just to sustain that, and with a lot of young lads and a bit of enthusiasm around the place, I sort of that helped prolong and keep going, I guess. And to play 400, you ask. Oh, it's great. I guess I'm finally, it's ticked and we can just go back to living our lives and wake up tomorrow and we'll go from there. So yeah, real good.
Excellent. So is there a little bit of ambition to become the club's league, games holder? Is that something that's on the radar at all? I know we don't think about these sort of accolades sort of things, but at the end of the day, like if you're in good nick, you can keep going. You're up for the challenge?
No. I'll be honest. To be honest, the 400, the dream come true would have been last year, 2 more finals, and that would have been it. But stuck through. I just spoke to Big Sheppy, the B grade coach, and I'll wake up tomorrow and see what happens. But there won't be a rash decision. We'll just go from there. And it was really good today. I really enjoyed it, especially the win and the occasion with one of our other greats, Midge Hartwell's funeral yesterday. It was such a great club day today for celebration of Midge's and I guess the 400. Yeah, so great.
Congratulations again, and it's you are certainly one of the really humble hero sort of footballers around the Hills Footy League. I know myself personally, we loved playing with you guys, with yourself in the association footy, but you just had one of these teams that we played together, and we all talk about it, and some of the old Uradler crew that are still speaking with Hunzy just yesterday. What can you give me on Chad? He goes, I can give you plenty. I said, all right, I'll hang up the phone now then. But Hunzy and yourself with the cricket as well. It's just there's a great synergy between, I suppose, Meadows crew and a bit of Uradler crew as well. I suppose just country towns love the sport, love the cricket and the footy, and anything else you can sort of think that comes about the mind with that.
Straight away, it probably goes back to our families and our old mans, I guess. Like Jack Hunter was an absolute gun. The old man played a lot of cricket against him, and if we're referring to the Hunzy, I guess we've played under 16s cricket against each other. Yeah, so whatever that is, a long time, and he was lucky enough to play a bit of footy here with us and play with yourself and him in a few rep games was phenomenal. But I think it is that country feel. That small country towns are built up on families that have been there forever, whether farmers or cabbage cutters or whatever. I think that's it. And then because you're that country feel, I think you get that rapport with them a lot better. Whereas the city folk, I can't speak for them, but you might not have that same rapport. So love the Hills. I'm biased. I do love the Hills. It's the best place in the world. And I think that just helps with the connection.
Yeah, like I said, Hunzy, I spoke to Pucky during the week, and Chopper during the week from all your Radler boys, and that, what have you got on Chad, this sort of stuff, and we all just come back thinking how much we all love you, mate. So hadn't seen you in a long time, and I was really happy to be able to come and see you today, and as soon as they said that we're going to be here for the 400th, I was just like, yes, that's a blessing. So anything else you want to, any parting words, any parting thoughts, or what have you got on the horizon? Okay, you're a week-by-week proposition, but how's families well? Everything's going well in that regard?
Yeah, very good. Family's fantastic. Never been better. Both my kids are playing. My daughter and my son played his first 17s game today as a near 14-year-old. They're both wearing number 8, which is quite ironic. That's awesome. They love it. They love it to bits, and I think that stems through, like I was saying, with our old mans or families, and it just keeps coming through. They're out here running around, and you look over on the hill over there. It's the Past Players Day, which Rowan Reid and a few of the guys have built over the last few years. We've locked it in for our first home game of the year every year, so everyone knows it. So no, it's no idea what I'm going to do going forward. I'll go over there after this interview and catch up with a few of my past teammates that I've played a lot of footy with, and go from there. And hopefully the A grade can turn it around in the second half.
Tomo, keep going.
Well, I would say that if the A grade can get themselves, you've not seen much of the game, you've been in the change rooms, but they just seem to be burning the ball going forward and really not retaining the ball too well. They chip around a little bit and they can keep possession, they go okay, but as soon as they blast, they're getting themselves in trouble. But I'd just like to, on behalf of all Hills Footy, what have we got here? Oh, the Chad, look at this, people. Look.
It's Rowan Reid too.
Rowan Reid. That is fantastic.
The only thing I'd say is there's not many grey hairs in that photo.
Sorry, say it again?
The only thing I'd say is there's not many grey hairs in that photo. I've got a few now, so I think I believe it's Rowan Reid's doing. He's mocked that up. We've got someone, so it's fantastic. I don't like all this stuff, but at the end of the day, I acknowledge it and respect it. And
you deserve it, mate.
Apparently, so and I've done it. So I can just, as I said, go back to normal. Don't have goldfinch bloody knocking on my door and carrying on. So. No, it's good. I enjoy the afternoon and early in the evening. Yeah.
Well, on behalf of all Hills Footy, especially the Call of the Wild and the boys, mate, we're really stoked to have been here for your day, and hopefully your boys can turn around the second half, but I'll swing back to Benny and Pistols, and you can enjoy the rest of your day. Get up on the hill and have a frothy for me.
All right, thanks, Tomo.
Go on here.
Thank you very much there to Chad Dorr. The Big Windsor, what a fantastic footballer person he's been throughout his sporting career. So not just football, but cricket, something like 11 cricket premierships, 4 A-grade premierships in football, and of course a B-grade flag in 2021 helping out the younger dogs. So yeah, fantastic work. Fantastic.
There you go, look at that.
Great work. The big Windsor. All right, Jeff Bastola here with Benny Goldfinch, Matty
Great work,
Thomas,
Good work, Tomo.
and Jaden J. Hill. It's Jaden. We'll just take a look as we go around the grounds.
We're going to.
On Hark Adelaide
Oh,
Hills
yeah.
scoreboard, half-time Mount Lofty 12-6, lead Onka Valley 5-4.
Media wall.
And in country division, we have Gamaraka 16-13, leading Torrens Valley 1-2. The other country division game being played this afternoon, Kersbrook and Meadows and Macclesfield.
And
He's not here yet.
Chunga up by 6 goals at half time. Birdwood have got no bench. There you go.
All right.
Okay.
We'll just go shortly to Tomo with Rod Mitchell.
Tomo doing some good work here at half-time, interviewing all the stars. It's the dog of the day just in front of us.
That's Tony Virgo.
Tony Virgo. The dog. Hope he's got the doggy bag. Fantastic work there. So both sides out on the ground.
Last thing you want when you come out of half time is some of that material on the ground. They give you a hot tip.
Luckily, none of the sides are wearing. Luckily, none of the sides are wearing the white shorts. So
Playing high school footy for Blackwood High School back when I was a young fella.
Here we go. Half time.
Hang on.
Rod Mitchell.
All right, we'll cross down to Matty Thomas with the one of the coaching staff from Kangarilla, Rod Mitchell. Take it away, Tomo.
He'd be happy.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I've got Rod here. Very happy half-time.
Yeah, good start. Really good start. We were all over them with the footy. I thought we were a bit sloppy in the second quarter. They had plenty of looks. 9-9, I think they kicked for the quarter.
Yeah,
and
that's damaging.
Well, our best kickers didn't get hold of the ball, but we had a chat about that. Yeah, good start. I expected them to come out, fire and brimstone.
How good?
Chatties 400, etc. But I think they just look like they're struggling a little bit to kick through our press. I reckon that's,
I completely agree.
Yeah, we've tidied that up. We had a bit of a hole in the middle. We're going to try and sort that out. But, to exit it long, we've got some tools over the back that are mopping up and turning it over, and they're all out of position. So, yeah, look, good first quarter. I think.
Party brought his own ball in the first quarter, didn't he? He was unbelievable.
He's a bit crook, and he told me he's going to have a flu game. I said, what the heck's that?
Michael Jordan, this is in Utah.
Yeah.
After eating a pizza, mysterious pizza that gave him food poisoning, flu
That's
game.
what he told me, yeah. And look, good footballer. Uses the ball, and, Dean, you can see what he can do with the footy, and Tyler Virgo. So they're not bad starting mids. But now, we're going to rotate through and see what happens in the next half.
Well, you guys are out in front by a good margin still, so you can afford to roll things around a little bit if you look after a couple of kids.
Yeah. I've got some kids I want to have a look in the middle there, and I think the brutality has gone out of the game now a bit. So we don't know what's going to happen there. But no, look, good first half. See what happens this one.
Plays on, we're on. So I'll see you soon. Donny Rocket. Thanks, boys.
Rod Mitchell for his time for the Kangarilla Footy Club. Let's see, the Blues all ready to attack. And here's that man, Harvey Farrell, if he's feeling crook. Geez, he's not showing it. Here's Kangarilla with the first shot. And I tell you what, it's taken him 30 seconds to raise the first goal of this second half. Benny.
Great work by Bruce Marston, too, behind the sticks there. He loved that one. And, bang. Thanks for coming.
I was just going to say, playing high school footy for Blackwood, we had this gentleman walking his dog out in the oval. It was my uncle, Neville Caldwell, Twiggy Caldwell from Glenelg. And his dog, his Alsatian, just dropped this absolute shocker. And this dad from our club from our school just yelled at him. But, dogs on the field aren't a great timing when at the footy, I don't think.
Big Marsh in the middle. Let's see how he goes here. Tries to slap it on. Great work by Tomo at half-time. Virgo out the middle. This is a clinic start by Kangarilla. This is how you start a game of footy in the second half. After Meadows in that second term, Pistols kicked 1 goal 9. Meadows have kicked 2 goals in the opening 1 minute of play to start the third, and it's back out to 52 points the margin, Tomo.
Centre stoppage, the sweeper. There's no sweeper sitting in position and actually waiting. If he's moving away too soon for Meadows, that sweeper has to sit there. That's where the ball leaving the centre, both times there has been from that position. Sorry about that.
On the Hark Adelaide Hills scoreboard, it's clinical stuff here by Kangarilla. 11 goals, 7. Meadows, 2 goals, 9. Mount Barker forward bringing you this quarter. Great start by Kangarilla after the half-time.
So
that takes the sap out of the Meadows team straight away, doesn't it?
I'm sure they would have got a bit of enthusiasm, Chris Dorr, at half-time, but 2 goals in a minute. Bang.
So here's a chance. Once again, comes back to Dean. Been impressed with his first appearance on the Call of the Wild. Over the top, here's Jericho John, traps the ball, tries to shrug off an opponent, goes to the ground, dispossessed in the end, perhaps tried to do a little bit too much. So free kick's been paid to Meadows. So Meadows out of wing, puts it out towards Denver Kerr. takes a mark. What's on offer? So
Just remind, we're on Call of the Wild 2025 Facebook page, Hills Football League Facebook page, and search HFL Media in your YouTube browser to get us on the big screen if you want.
So the Dogs faced a 40-point deficit at half time, so now it's 2 extra goals, so 52. So a lot of work to do as a Boundary Academy boy will pitch the ball in. Half-forward flank area, Meadows working towards the left-hand of the screen. Bowling club end. So Marsh versus Benke. Ball comes down. Here's Kerr in front of the pack. Gathers the ball. Bang goes on the left towards centre half forward. Getting across is Hillier. Bruno Hillier. Ball rebounds.
He's had a great game, hasn't he?
Gavin Hare for the Dogs. Good tackle followed up by Hillier.
Bruno gives his man no respect. As soon as that ball comes in as it's going to be an entry, he just leaves his man and just runs to where he thinks it's going to go and backs himself.
Lancaster's Property Services. He's having a great game in the defensive half of the ground for Kangarilla. This man is certainly having an effective game. Joel Harvey-Frill. Ball comes in board. Good use of the body. Great work here by Kangarilla. They look to go forward.
That's 25 every day of the week.
Yeah.
Sash Barron-Cohen calls that quickly.
He got a couple of games last week, the Price is Right. He was umpiring Mount Lofty Radler, and of course he was doing Anzac Day. So he's obviously well respected.
He's a man in demand, isn't he?
Man in demand.
Caputo, Pucci.
Whoa.
2 goals in the 2 goals in the opening half, so here's a chance to add to his tally.
Of course, it's umpire appreciation round.
Love him indeed. We love the prices right, and Caputo loves that. It's his third.
3 goals in 4 minutes. We'll get to Jaden shortly, but Tomo, it's
The razor blades are out right now, I think.
It's it's not good.
Come on. Now when you're commentating, you don't actually try to go for a team, do you? No. But at the same time, you've got this little soft spot that goes, I'd love to see them come back, but they're down by 10 goals. And we're 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Well,
Jaden, what are the stats saying? All Kangarilla, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so 9 kicks to 3 at the moment, Kangarilla, 5 inside 50s to 1.
Back in the middle, Big Marsh versus Benke. Marsh stays at ground level, slaps it on.
That's holding on.
And it's a free kick, Virgo. He's starting to come into calculations. Not my call, but it's Jaden Jay's. He kicks the ball forward. Here's another one who's in great form. It's Dean. Ground level. Torval, sorry. Swinging the ball into the corridor is Meadows. Ball hits the ground level. A few players looking at the ball there. That's a high tackle. Umpire not. No, fair enough.
Jack Arthur there. Perhaps was infringed. But no, said the umpire. So umpire Tommy McLean, one of our favourites, balls the ball up.
We love them all.
Marsh, and of course we always appreciate their efforts. Loose ball, followed up there at ground level. So Daniel Young, once again umpire Tommy McLean hovering, says no prior, so he'll ball it up, so the ruckman will go at it again.
They'd worked so hard, Meadows, to get into that contest, and just a few deflated vibes
Here's
coming
Dean
from
gives
it at
that
the
to
moment.
Harvey Farrell. The midfield's working well. Here's Evans, chips in. Handball's back towards the teammate. Gives it back to Dean. High kick towards the forward pocket area. Coming in. Off
slap.
hands. Osterberry there. Grabbed the ball. He's locked up in a tackle.
They don't pay the chop, do they? Is it the chop or the slap?
In the
Slap or the whatever. I know what you're talking about. So, but answer your question. No.
Stoppage in the right forward pocket for Kangarilla. Can they work their magic here? Meadows under enormous pressure as Watson just hoiks the ball out of defence. 1-on-1 contest, ground level ball, just near the grandstand area. Evans, good pressure from the Meadows duo here.
Yep.
And one of them's Harry Hayes.
Right in front of the coaching staff, so you want to impress them with determined efforts.
And Pick a Pie Bakery and Meadows Country Meats signs out there. Obviously local sponsors of Meadows as they go forward here. Kangarilla, the big man. Oh, he got the mitts up and caught one across the chops.
Was that a slap or a chop, that one? No, because the umpire. So off the outside of the boot, gets it towards, Cora going in there. Ground level, comes across to Jack Arthur.
Billy Trott, nice
well done by
work.
Billy Trott.
Billy Trott.
Well done there.
It's a high
Backing
fend
up
off.
well was Arthur with the old don't argue. Clearing kick by Luckett, bouncing ball. Here's a chance for Graves. He's battled pretty hard this afternoon. The former Bremer Ram puts it forward. Here's a chance over the back of the bus.
Okay.
Well, it's set for Muller.
That's better.
That is better. So Blake Muller, finally.
Who's going to go get that?
What's that?
Who's going to go get that?
Is it into the paddock?
It's in the paddock. In a cow pat.
Might as well just toe poke it across the line there. Anyway, Graves, you're right, Pistols. He had some opportunities in that second quarter to kick some goals, but he set that one up, and that's popped over the top of Bruce Marston's head and into the nearby paddock.
So hopefully we haven't had balls lost at both ends of the grass. No, the Academy boy has retrieved it. Of course, oval to be extended, boys, so that might be actually the goal square in future if they really increase the size.
It would be
going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with the gum tree up here. Is that going to be removed or
not
replaced somewhere? But in the meantime,
Yep.
reward for their efforts, Meadows. So they've got their third on the board, 3-9 at 27 plays, 12-7-79 here, 7.5 minutes into the third term. Called wild on HFL Media.
Benke, replacement in ruck. Going in there is Hayden Curry. Benke kicks the ball out of the middle, forward. Buckley's gone forward, looking for the options. Kangarilla's defence holding up nicely there through Jack Arthur.
Buckley a little bit gingered after crashing to the turf there, the co-captain.
Meadows really need to set up well behind the ball here.
Half forward line for the Dogs. Good tackle once again, this time by Curry, who's started in the ruck. Last few stoppages. And just a little bit of info on him. Recruited from Happy Valley. Left legger. Very determined football. Looks scruffy but very effective. And he earns a free kick here. No, he doesn't.
I'm trying to set a zone up behind the ball here, boys. They're instructing each other.
So Muller gets it down. Toe poke there. Following up, there was Hillier coming through. Ball locked in under the pack. And then Curry's there. Curry.
In comes Party. Party's just ranging around.
So Curry gets the ball down. Can't do one with trying to break clear was Benny Flood, but one hand was pinned there, so ball held to him. So umpire Tommy McLean, ball up yet again. So Muller, Curry grabbed in the ruck contest, and it'll be a free every day of the week. So taken there, the free kick by Hayden Curry.
Yep.
Half-back flank area.
Well, Curry, a lot of instructions going on as he eventually kicks the ball out to Arthur, put the mid up. Billy Trott, let's see how the hustle is. This could be a... Well, he tried to get the handball out the Graves. Oh, sling tackle. Thanks for coming. Yep. That's...
Perhaps a bit lucky there.
would have been
Arthur.
yellow carded last year. So Arthur, short pass. As you see, good turnout on the outer side there.
Here come the Chad Door Hill.
Yep.
Ball comes across here right in the teeth of gold.
Pick up.
Nice half
Hillier.
volley by Hillier, puts up the line and
that's
finds
just
Benny
silly.
Flood.
That's
That
just-
was silly play there.
Harry Hayes. Come on, sunshine.
So Flood will bring the ball back up here to the half-back flank.
You think Kangarilla don't need any assistance to get yardage in this game, Tomo, so very silly.
So Flood goes a short pass. Off we go to the races through Gabrielle Bayless. Short pass to Evans. Very effective disposal.
There's your Brucey Doll lookalike.
That's what I said before.
Oh, is that him you meant?
Yeah, that was him, Tomo.
Sure?
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to Curry.
No.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Pistols, we were correct. Benny, stop changing the story as you go, mate. But
Hang
that's
on,
the fine
Jaden,
doormat right there.
I'm with
They
Benny
both-
here.
they
I'm
both look
absolutely
similar.
with Benny. I'm with Benny
Yeah,
here.
that's right. Thanks, Joe.
Cut him
That's
some slack. I can see his point.
Boundary throw in. Handball inboard.
Oh, nearly went one.
Here's a chance for Watson. Evans. Or did I say both of them? I'll say
Perhaps
both
you got
of them.
excited over the
Let's
wrap.
worry about the footy. I reckon Meadows are in a chance here. If they can get themselves another goal and then maybe try to get another two and keep Kangarilla to nothing, they can etch their way back into the game to give us a bit of a run in the last quarter.
I think the wrap and pack has got you a bit rattled, Benny.
Well, look, we'll go to. Well, might as well go to that shortly. Print, wrap, and pack. Unpack the stats, Jaden. Shortly.
So Benke, big leap, got it down to Osterbury. He's tackled. Comes back into halfway through. Crever gives it to Dean. They're going to be a potent midfield this year. Puts it forward towards the top of the squares. He got the accuracy. No, through for a minor score.
Early signs here, Tomo. I mean, we're getting to review countrysides over the next few weeks. They look like a real contender this year, don't they?
They are moving. I think when they move the ball, they just do it so cleanly and so slickly. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the other good teams are going in the country comp.
Graves takes the mark, half-back flank. AHLG specialist. And there's Billy Trott out there as well. Short pass inboard.
Look after the ball through this section here.
Here's a chance for the Dogs. Centre half-back area.
Oh, too much higher.
Hey, just doing a lot of work there for Luke Smart. Takes the mark, but put him under pressure.
Paid the chop, Tomo.
So Smart, smack bang in the middle of Stringybark Park in Meadows. Goes a short pass.
Good footy.
That's better.
No one's leading the ball carrier.
Lockie Osterbury, start footy.
Wide. Muller, up the middle.
Osterbury, bang on 50.
Just go.
Eventually he does. It's 2-on-1 situation. Buckley drops the mark. Ground level ball. Oh, pirouette, turn, snap. Hit the post. That would have been a contender for snagger today.
That would have been.
All right, unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack, Jaden.
19 to 15 kicks in favour of Kangarilla. The handballs 13 to 2 in favour of Kangarilla, and the inside 50s, Kangarilla have doubled Meadows' figure here, 8 to 4.
So the Blues to bring the ball back in from the bowling club
They want to come
end.
this side.
They do indeed. It's called by Matty Thomas, the broadcast side.
Oh, hello, Binky.
Binky unattended takes the mark, so he'll send it back.
They're having a
once again.
period here. They're having a period,
They just
Meadows.
need to get a few scores
Just
on
can't
the
bowl
board.
it back in. You've got to retain possession. Short ones.
All right, it's a wedge kick out here.
Jericho.
Oh, Watson under pressure, but
That's
showing the class it is. The
That's
pass mile
class.
medalist goes long inside. They need a big grab here, but coming out, Hillier takes the ball to ground, battles it round the corner. Buckley over the shoulder towards the Tifa goal, fisted through the defensive by Joe Couturipitas. So another behind is registered by the Meadows Bulldogs.
Tomo, Buckley giving him at least something down there?
Yeah, it's a bit of a spark. It's what they need. They're getting some deeper penetration, which everyone loves, and they're getting it much closer to the goal front.
It was their issue last year, the Dogs in the forward setup. So here we
Here
go.
we go.
Now Young. So they're going to get another inside 50, and they're going to
Miles.
win out
Miller.
here.
There
All
you
right,
go.
this is better. All right.
Great delivery by the former Harndorf boy, Joshy Young.
There's a bit of a Harndorf connection here at Meadows, isn't there? Cutler in the B grade, Cutler in the A grade.
So Muller
Well, it's just down the road.
kicked the last goal for the Dogs at the 6th minute of this term. We're now coming up to 13 minutes. Round the corner.
Oh, wow.
He's missed it.
Of course, the great Trent Shawland spent some time at Meadows along with Timmy Napstein.
Absolutely, because Simon Blake was the coach.
Yep.
Jeez, that would have been a good time to be here, wouldn't it? Those three. Big Blakos.
And big shout out to Trent, of course, through
Hark Adelaide Hills.
It's his quarter because they're sponsoring this quarter.
Definitely head along to Harndorf tonight for the
Yes.
big match, Lobethal versus Harndorf. That should be a
Is
classic.
that the Peter Shearer Cup that they play
Yes,
for?
doubling
Yes.
up. And
Or the Lutheran Cup. Or
last
could be
time-
the Yench Cup.
The
'cause,
Lutheran
BJ.
Cup. Wouldn't it be called the Lutheran
it's the
Cup?
Peter
surely?
Shearer Cup.
And the BJ Yench Derby because he did play junior Colts for Lobethal, the Harndorf 1,000 goaler.
The Germans.
So Benny Flood to bring the ball back into play for Kangarilla. It's the former Mackie Blood. Once again favours the commentary side.
Hillier,
On the
great.
charges, Hillier. Big Bruno puts up the Dukes. Oh, good work there to spoil him.
Good contest.
Great Hutto.
And then
great,
through Young
great camera work by Hutto here, right at ground level.
on cue.
Fletcher Squire come out of nowhere then. It's a really good spoil.
What are you looking for here, Tomo?
The man in the long
I
sleeves.
just keep
that's what he's
looking
for.
I'm looking at the right hand side of the contest here to see what Meadows got.
So Marsh gets it down. Watson tries to barrel it through. Ball spills out the back. Handball forward. Here's a take by Jack Arthur. A good chain of handballs. Finds the sweeper in Evans. Puts it towards forward pocket area. Getting back under the ball and taking defensive mark is Daniel Cross for the Dogs.
They just barged that ball out of defence there, Kangarilla, from the stoppage as Meadows used the outer side here. Young, good use of the body.
Party.
Versus party time, Harvey Frill. Oh, the look away hand pass. Thanks for coming to the party. He goes to Dean. Dean kicks the ball to the half forward line.
I tell you what, Tomo, if he's feeling a little bit off colour today, I'd hate to see him at full
flight.
Harvey Frill.
Geez, it'd be fun to play with if you're playing centre half forward or something like that, and you had a bloke like him up the ground. You'd just be licking your lips every time he went near.
Who were some players like that brought a bit of sizzle when you were playing?
You know what? The best person I had kicked to me was a bloke called Robert Clothier.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mate, he was just an absolute jet.
So Matt Colley, long shot here. Oh, just on the line touch there. Through for a Red Clover. Yeah, he would have provided you with a bit of ball.
Mate, he fed me plenty.
Interesting comment from Chad the other night, Pistols, where he says the great midfielders actually help the forwards with
They do.
He did.
You know, they kick to the.
He
the
told
ball.
them where to run.
They
Yeah.
tell you where to run. Yeah, I really found that.
Brenny Crab at your Adelaide was great. He was unbelievable.
Kick out towards the outer side, taken by Buckley. He's got a great work engine. He's working up the ground, down the ground. Kick in the middle of the ground. Find Watson.
Another guy with a big tank.
So Watson, smack bang, basically in the middle of Stringybark.
Wow,
He's got no runners out here
play
though.
on.
Evans will mop up, take the mark. No,
Oh! Friendly fire there, I think you'll find.
Refuel wellness injury report. He's straight back up. He says, I'm fine, which is good.
Where's the magnesium he calls for? It's close to boundary. He's Crossy comes.
I don't know if you want that on the face.
Takes no.
What did you put on your? What did you put on your face for your little dilemma there, Benny?
A bit of aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
Yeah.
Well, no means no.
I might try the magnesium on the knee, Benny. See how that goes.
Yeah, Pistols, that's fine, but not in the face.
Yeah. So the Academy boy pitches in front of the scoreboard, which reads Kangarilla 12-9 to 3-2.
Good
so
ruck work.
The Blues in control. Here's Dean again, gets to his partner in crime, Harvey, through around the corner. Is this a Nerva party trick towards the top of the square? Kept under it was
Golden fist.
Collie, but a good defensive fist there. I think that was Cade Long.
Beautiful tap work there by the big fella. Just tapped it right down at his bootlaces and just straight through.
Jaden is working the stats here thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. We'll get to him shortly. Just a good period here for Meadows, but you can't get the score on the board at the moment. They go to, 3-12 to 12-10. So if that was around the other way, it'd be game on. But meantime, the ball goes out towards the outer side.
Good take.
It's Arthur.
Uncle Arthur.
Arthur.
Artie.
He's got the hair flowing there. As we go forward for Kangarilla once again to the half-forward flank. Dangerous position here. Handball over the top, clever.
Run it through.
Gone through for a minor score. I think that's Billy Trott down there. Shout out to the parents who were watching, no doubt.
That was a good passage of play there by the young kid Peyton there. The kid tried, unfortunately, could only get the minor score, but courageous stuff in his first season of senior footy. As Binky gets it out wide here. Finds Watson.
Where to next? So you get to this point, you're either chipping boundary.
Muller's lurking up here.
All you see is Argentinian players.
That's right, yeah. The hand of God stuff. It comes to Long, puts it across here, finds Cross. Cross out wide, goes long up the wing area. They need a grab here. Out they go, spills off hands. Jack Arthur, good work. Keeps the ball held in there. Got assistance from a teammate out there as well, so great defensive work here, not only kicking goals but working hard in defence. Kangarilla, signs of a good team all round.
Yep. We'll get Tomo's analysis shortly as we head towards the 20-minute mark, and Jaden J. Hill as the Dogs once again going forward. The question is, can they get a score on the board? That's a beautiful kick by Graves. Two Meadows players almost fumbling it there, but it's taken a mark.
See, that there, if you're Big Muller, you've got to protect and let your teammate come courageously back. You've got to protect his line that he's come running through on. So,
tell you what, I'd like to see Tom, I'd like to see a replay. That was Tubby Taylor tumbling catch, that one. He had that many grabs. Finally held it to big man.
Flick it off the toe.
So who's calls there, Tomo, in that one?
Nah, big fella's got to call him in. Yeah, big Muller's got to call Hazy in. That's just a...
Yeah, Hazy's running against the flight.
That's
so
right.
Big man has to protect him. So Muller must kick the goal here. He missed an earlier chance after kicking the opening goal. This one, he tried to guide that, didn't he, rather than kick through it.
Tomo, your recap, 20 minutes in?
Yeah, look, this doesn't feel like a 12-goal game to me. It just, what are we, 10-goal game? Like, it's a little bit frustrating, I think, for Meadows because they're doing a lot of really good work and just not getting the reward for their effort. You go down to Kangarilla's end, it's almost like they'll go bang, bang, and kick a goal.
It's actually 5 goals to 2 since quarter time.
Stats backing that, Jaden, stats backing that up, thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Yeah, well, Meadows have kicked, 34 kicks to 29 in favour of Meadows, so they're leading the kicking and leading the that count at the moment.
Inside 50 count?
Inside 57 to Meadows, 11 to Kangarilla, so better than it was the second quarter.
Tomo's having some snakes.
So, Hillier out of wing area, puts a bit of good chop out mark taken there for the Dogs. Quickly moves the ball towards the centre ground. This could be dangerous. Spills off it. Lurkins, Harvey Farrar, toe pokes it forward, Argentina style. Bouncing ball, here's Jericho John. Will it sit for him? Harvey Farrar follows up. Perhaps pushed in the back. Ball camped under him. But magical touch
push there, Pistols. Come on, mate. Jericho John did really well to come out of goal square and try to wrap that ball up.
Like the work of him, Tomo?
Don't mind a bit of the old
Jericho,
JJ.
Yeah.
I tell you, like the work of that. Will it come back enough? No, nearly touch of magic there.
All right, Tomo. Kangarilla, where are some areas that they can improve on if they are genuinely going to be a premiership contender this season?
Well, I listened very acutely to what their coach had to say. They had a bit of a hole, which is true. They had a hole in their zone when they were coming and they were trying to protect and keep the ball in their forward line. Keep an eye now.
All right, let's see how they go, Pistols. As they go to forward, they got the numbers back here. Arthur, strong.
Good mark.
Lancaster's Property Services. He's standing up strongly in the defensive half of the ground. He's got a player out here on the outer side. Opts to go up. He had Floody there, but he goes forward the field to Big Reese. Ball hits the ground. Meadows got numbers at ground level. Let's see how they go here.
So
Short pass.
Cross.
Cross takes the, yep.
To Hayes.
Coming
So
inside.
Hayes nurses it forward. Here's our man after again. The golden fist brings the ball to ground level. Meadows get the clearing kick through trot. Oh, great smother there by Virgo, the skipper, leading by example there. Comes back to Young. Josh Variety, handballs to a teammate.
Ringer,
Gets it
Rosie.
back here. Short pass here. Comes back to where it started through Hayes.
Meadows got a forward loose on the far side.
So Hayes. Meadows push
Can't
forward.
Go there, but you got to go one short kick, then get to him.
So high pitch forward. He's going to look for a big saw and grab. Buckley's the man. Works to the front. Couldn't quite grab it. Virgo.
Clean.
Virgo gives it back to a teammate in Flood. Flood goes backwards and finds Gabrielle Bayless.
Gabrielle.
So Bayless, what's on
That's
offer?
a very Argentinian name, isn't it? Gabrielle.
Puts it down to the forward's throat.
Take.
And Flood takes the mark. And is that a watershed moment?
May well be, Pistols. It's a fair call. 23 minutes gone.
I'll come
Flood.
back to you on your question though, Benny. I've got a few points for you.
I'm just interested. Obviously, they were runner-up last year against Gumaraka down the road at Macclesfield. They've got some key recruits this season. Also lost a couple, but they're genuine looking for the next step this season. So just interested in your thoughts. Obviously, being a premiership coach yourself.
It's their, for me, it's their marking prowess in their forward line.
You want a bit more out of it?
I'd like a lot more out of it. Just it'll take a little bit of time as well if you've got, because they're new players. They've got so many new players. But just commentate the footy, mate. We'll come back to that.
All right, think about it. Virgo kicks the ball forward. Here's the big man, Marsh. Provided a contest. Jeez, it's hot and heavy, isn't it? Last few minutes.
Brooks ran into a brick wall and his teammate, they're almost disrobed. There's a bit of push and shove.
We got
start to emulate.
Umpire's handling this one well. They've been good today, umpire appreciation round.
Yeah, I think they've been great.
That was Billy Trott almost. Where
they're
he
still
was in
going
the green
on
goal.
with it.
Yes. We had Wildy today, though.
Handball, yeah, your man. Puts
Where
it up
is-
forward. It's Jackie
Oh,
Arthur.
oh,
Maxie
oh.
Buckley, opportunity at the back
Don't
of the
turn
bus.
your back to the goal. Don't turn your back.
So Maxie Buckley, as we said, moved forward. Co-captain nurses the ball forward to the run.
Well
That's
done.
it.
I'd put this
Young.
down. I'd put this down for a goal.
Daniel Young.
Beautiful. No, it's a beautiful kick of the football.
Okay, well.
So-
especially on the run.
So Kangarilla, we'll go back to Kangarilla briefly. So having read all the ins and outs and speaking to Rod during the week, and you have a look at the list that they have and the height that they bring to the game. And I was out in the Oval at the start of the game, and mate, they were a big side. And I don't think they've exposed Meadows for their lack of height. That's particularly through the half-forward line. Get in.
No.
That's another point.
It's out the full. I mean, how
If you want to win a flag, I reckon in this comp, given how good Mackie, I suppose. Look, yeah, and Chunga, looking forward to seeing them play. They're just going to have to just smash goals at every opportunity that comes in. They're clunking marks, kicking goals. Big Reezy, no one can reach with that bloke. Holy cow!
Jaden J, wrap and pack.
Thanks, Pistols. So 47 kicks to 39 in favour of Meadows. So that's a positive for marks 20 to 15, which is a big positive considering in the second quarter it was 35 marks to 10 in favour
So
of
they're
Kangarilla.
winning some of the key stats.
Yeah, they
there.
are. They are. So 20 to 15 in the marking category, and the inside 50s 12 to 10 in favour of Kangarilla.
That went out on the full, Benny.
So Jack Arthur.
Yeah, no, you're a bit late.
Yeah,
to
a bit
the party
late.
there.
Jack
Tom.
Arthur to
That was the
Dean,
point.
to Curry. So Hayden Curry, the former Happy Valley boy.
He's a lovely kick on the run, Young.
Loves a curry.
So puts it up forward. Benke over the top. Oh, well gathered by Virgo. Grabs it off to the races. Oh, great
Shingle.
vision finds Reese.
Here's the big man Tomo's talking about.
The big man puts it to the top of the square. Collie in the front position. Oh, strong mark.
That's better.
That's much better football.
How's about Virgo? That's an AHLG and
Yep.
Little Hampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment. The outside of the boot.
It's breaking from the contest. Yeah.
But his initial
Reminded me of Jaden playing for Torrens Valley.
but just the way he burst his way,
Couple
through. And Collie rewards some great team football with his second goal. of the
Virgo to
afternoon.
Reese and the big man finishing there. Good stuff. Jaden J. Hill.
Thanks, Goldie. So the handball's 19 to 8 in favour of Kangarilla. So yeah, just like some plays like that, getting the handball game going, that's for sure. And then yeah, like I said, the inside 50s 13 to 10 now in favour of Kangarilla, but a lot better for Meadows.
Tomo Virgo, classy player, played
Mate,
interleague.
That was fantastic. Yeah, he should play. He should play.
He
some
played.
interleague.
He played last year.
Did he? And heard he go.
Oh, fantastic!
We'll have to wait and see if Coach Daniel Leckenby employs him for the interleague game coming up in June, of course. Meanwhile, here's a chance for Denver Kerr. Swings onto the left boot, puts it out wide. Here's Smart.
Oh, Bruno. Good chop out.
Smart.
Hilliard.
Watch
Smart
out.
backs up very well. Taken to ground level by Collier. He's doing it. Collier's doing
Oh,
it.
punter.
Harvey through to the big man Marsh. Clearing handball.
Oh,
Towards
Virgo.
Virgo. Here he goes again. Could be repeat play. Gives it back to a teammate. Virgo gets it back across the pitch area. Spinning out of trouble. Kangarilla puts it forward. Good
take.
defensive mark taken back there by Brooks, I think it is.
There's been some good defensive marks both ends of the ground, boys.
Thanks to Lancaster's Property Services.
Well done there, Benny.
All right, kick out towards the outer side. This is Jack Trott, I reckon.
Got there?
I reckon. Is he? He's out there. Pistols. Kicks the ball half forward line.
Ooh.
We played last week anyway. He kicked the goal in the first kick for Meadows after playing for Macclesfield. Here's Harvey Frill. Oh, is that okay? We got no siren now, which is where we're at, and it's 3/4 time. So there we go. I believe it is 3/4 time. Yes, it is. All right. So it's Kangarilla in control, 13-12-90 to Meadows, 3 goals, 13-31. J Hill, some stats that matter thanks to Print Wrap and Pack, and then we'll have a break, some sponsorship announcements, and then see what the coaches have to say.
Yeah, well, for the first time today, Meadows have won the kicking count. So in the first quarter, it was 58-45 in favour of Kangarilla. It was 63-37 in favour of Kangarilla. And like I said, for the first time today, Meadows have won that count, 49-47. So that's a positive for them. And 14 inside 50s to 10 in favour of Kangarilla. And the marking count, 22-17 in favour of Meadows. There's the third quarter stats.
Lockie Murphy from AHLG here. You're watching Call of the Wild. Go Roos.
Hey, it's Jaden J Hill here, and you're watching Call of the Wild's HFL Game of the Day right here on Facebook and also YouTube. It's the vibe of Hills football.
Hi, Pistols here with the Call of the Wild team, bringing you the best of Hills football match of the day every week, live and local and free. Cheers, enjoy.
Hi, I'm Jared Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
I'm Trent Shawland, Principal of Hark Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got 2 offices. One's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 812 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.
Welcome back here to Stringybark Park in Meadows. And, well, at the moment, Kangarilla lead this game 13-12-90 to 3-3-31. Obviously, Kangarilla going for their 16th win since 2010 against the Southern Bulldogs. Obviously, Meadows going for their 20th win. The last time that Kangarilla won here at Stringybark Park, like I said before, was in round 6 2022, so 1,078 days ago. So long time between drinks for Kangarilla here. So they're going for their 7th win here since 2010 as well. And just quickly, some of the stats I didn't get to read out before. So with the centre clearance count, it was 6-4 in that quarter, and like I said before, 49 kicks to 45 in favour of Meadows in that quarter as well. And this is actually Meadows' best quarter, the last quarter against Kangarilla since 2010, averaging a score of 25. So see if the Southern Bulldogs can come back a bit in this game. Pistols.
All right, Kangaroo and Chargers have been for most of the game. They led by 41 points at quarter time, 40 points at half time, now three-quarter time, 59 points, which is ironic, was the margin that Meadows were defeated by last week. So certainly they'll be looking to, as far as percentage goes, to make some inroads into that. As I said, looks like going to suffer a second consecutive loss to start the season, but yeah. Coach Chris Dorr will be looking for him to at least win this final term as conditions got a little bit overcast here. No threat of rain as umpire Tommy McLean holds the ball aloft. We're underway. Final term here. Brought to you by Mount Barker Ford. And immediately pressure to go forward. Taken here by Richards. Richard puts it forward towards Colley. This time spills the mark. Osterbury. Colley goes back, gets the football, comes to crossover run, it's socked off the ground by Harvey Frill. I tell you, that is another contender. Harvey Frill is certainly having a day out as Matty Thomas joins me in commentary. And Tomo, 20 seconds into the final term, and Harvey Frill has nailed another one.
Oh, how skillful is that? Is that one of Lowe's Mikos?
That would have to be in contention. I'll tell you what, from the 18-yard box as well. There you go. So, yeah, there you go by Harvey Frill. Unbelievable.
At least he didn't pull his Guernsey over his head and do the old dancing, running around with your arms out.
Wouldn't mind that, though.
Did that on Lofty Oval once and nearly ran to the goal point post.
I tell you what, they talk the party they call him because of the tricks, and that was certainly well. We've seen some very good ones here this afternoon from the man.
He's putting on a clinic.
Yeah, last year's runner-up to the male medal, and certainly a strong contender, suggest already for bigger honours this season, Benny.
Well, there you go. I just popped out for a second. It's we've already had a snag of today. Contender.
Second contender, yeah, the same bloke.
How good. Back in the middle. Big Marsh versus Binky and Ruck. How you seen that match up, Tommy? We'll get to you shortly because it's a party time. Here's Harvey Frill. Look at that. He almost took the bounce behind him. Marsh handballs to Evans.
Big Marshy.
Evans. Dean. Short pass in the middle of the ground taken by Virgo. He had a great third quarter to Skipper leading by example. Virgo kicks it on.
Bayless.
So Bayless. Gabrielle Bayless. Kangarilla going forward once again. Billy Trott in the hole, went over his head. Ground level ball. Meadows mopping up. Under pressure though, as they eventually get the ball towards the wing.
Yeah, good clearance there from Cooper Badnock, the young man. Handball onto the run here. Billy Trott sells a bit of can, then falls over at the vital moment. Gets support, gets it back to Badnock. The young man goes inboard to Jimmy Barnes, headband lookalike in
Cade Long.
Cade Long puts it forward, and a good mark taken there. And the young men confining there in defence to ferry the ball forward, where the mark has been taken by Croydon, I think it is.
Of course, this quarter is brought to you by Hark Adelaide Hills, and on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, it's Meadows 3 goals 13 and Kangarilla dominant 14 goals 12.
In the back play, boys, Cade Long took on Big Marshy.
I did see that, yes.
Spotted him wide like a fly.
He did. So Croydon, chance for his third.
Good kick.
Pulled it a little bit to the right.
Oh, he's come back.
Or has it come back?
Yep, that's a goal.
It is a goal. So Croydon can sort of stand up.
Bruce Marston wearing the sunglasses. Straight.
3 out of 4 goals isn't too bad.
Tomo.
Yeah, this, the ruck contests, actually they're quite even, but I do like the way that Marshy's changing around. He's taking away the run-up of the opposing ruckman. So you'll watch with Benke here, if he lines up opposite him, he'll go around and stand next to him. So he takes out the run, and then he actually guides his tap down really, really nicely.
So umpire will throw it up. Here's Marsh versus Benke. Watson opposed to Virgo.
Takes out the run. Tap.
Dean in there. Nice backhanded palm. Marsh follows up. Meadows winning out, though, across the half-back flank. Taken here by Osterbury. Short kick forward.
Take.
Beautiful mark.
Very good defensive intercept, mate.
So, Hayden Curry takes the mark with the headband on. Centre wing. Jericho John flying over the top of Big Marshy, and it'll be out of bounds.
Step ladder. Hey.
Did you have a ruckman like that?
I had a guy, when I was a young fella, I had this guy called Kane Salisbury I played at Uradla with, and he was 6'6", about 160 kilo.
Fantastic.
So, throwing Big Marshy. Binky got it down, taken by Dean. Clever handball at the Ben Evans. He's going nowhere. He runs into Luckett. Ball held into him. Sam Luckett, he's battled pretty hard this afternoon.
Oh, look, Meadows have battled on, haven't they?
If you took the scoreboard away, as we might have said during the call, it's been a pretty even contest, but unfortunately the scoreboard's very important in a game of footy, and Kangaroo had the upper hand.
Could say that.
Great football there, comes out here to Dean, he's got a chance to have a bit.
Left-handed hand.
Can he do a Manasseh? No, runs inside the 50, puts towards the top of the square. Here's Harvey Frill. Just lost his opponent there in Jerem, kept his eyes on the ball. And,
left-handed bounce by Dean, if you don't mind.
I've seen him kick a few lefties though as well. He looks like he's slightly ambidextrous.
So Harvey Field a chance for bring up his fourth, which he does rather nonchalantly.
Well, Jade, you've got a hard decision to make at the moment.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's been plenty of good players for Kangarilla today. Just the stats here, so 8 kicks to 4 in favour of Kangarilla, and then inside 50s is 2 each to start us off. Nearly 5 minutes gone.
Alrighty, so back in the middle. Let's see how we go here in the ruck contest again. Big March versus Benke. Kangarilla ticking along beautifully. They've cracked the 100 mark, 15-12 to 4-13. 5 minutes gone in the final quarter here in Country Division Round 2 action from Stringybark Park in Meadows. As umpire Price will come in and throw it up.
You got that one right.
So, Rucks go at it. Virgo, high hand pass. Marsh, sweeping handball to centre half forward. Beautiful work. Dean, the fend off. Handball inboard.
Richards.
Shot at goal. Richards. Showtime, Kangarilla. How good's that, Tomo, out the middle?
Rocket said Rod said the coach of Kangarilla said it at 3/4 time. He said, boys, we can his final words were, boys, we can either knuckle this out and it'll be a tight, crappy tussle when we get out of here just by the skin of our teeth, or we knock them over. We sent them home last year crying into their pillow. I say we do it again.
Well,
let's go.
Well,
boys.
in the back of their mind also is the fact next week will be the grand final rematch from last season when they take on reigning Premier Gumaraka. So as you said, Tomo, they'll be looking to really hone their skills and run out the game, get the fitness.
108.
Yep.
108. That clock is ticking over. 108 to 37. Yeah, it's all happening, Pistol.
So 3 goals in virtually 7 minutes. Here we go again. Here's Evans. They're running a muck here. The Blues puts it up, and Richard, is it?
Grosser.
Going to ground. Grosser. Taken heavily in the contest there. You can hear the thud as he hit the ground.
I'd probably pay the mark interference, maybe not the holding.
Probably a little bit.
Still a
but
tough
he gets
decision
up.
to make.
It's a sly grimace. It gives us off to the skipper and Virgo. Virgo goes short and Harvey through, and that's all too easy.
Yeah, easy as you like there. Right in front of us.
All right, here
So
we go.
Harvey Frill, who's kicked the first.
Oh, he's going around the corner.
He's going to go around the corner.
Luka Doncic, 77.
Draper style. Draper style.
Why not? Have a shot from that. What's he done?
That's our party tricks. It's all happening here from the party.
Well, Jaden.
Tell you what, Jaden,
Is he coming into calculation?
He's my best.
Yeah, he's had an absolute ripper, and you can do it all from all angles. Can Joel Harvey Frill. So
Does he win the entire showcase? That's the question.
Yes. The show.
Have to wait and see.
Does he get the car as well?
Have to wait and see. I tell you what, there's a few contenders in there from him, and in general as well for Kangarilla. But they've had a great team performance here at Stringybark Park.
Unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. What do you got?
So 10,
all Kangarilla?
Yeah, so 10 kicks to 4 in favour of Kangarilla. Inside 50s 4-2 in favour of them as well. And centre clearance is 3-1 in favour of them. So I think Meadows just looking to get a centre clearance here and just get it forward, get something out of this last quarter.
So 4 straight over 8 minutes in the final term. Meadows have not ventured the ball in their forward 50 yet. It's been all Kangarilla fighting in there with Virgo. Here's a chance. He goes forward and smart.
Pulled the kick nicely.
So smart. Quickly. They go inside 50. He's overcooked it. Getting back there, Jack Arthur, Tomo's man.
They've done that a bit today, overcooking their kicks into the forward 50.
Lancaster's probably services.
He's been their best defender.
Defensive work there by Arthur as Kangarilla work the ball out here towards the grandstand wing.
Hanger.
Almost.
Deans. And then just nonchalantly off he goes.
Yeah, kicks the ball forward. Big Reese. Tomo wants to
Oh,
see something.
Nearly plucked it.
Was there chopping there, Tomo?
No, none whatsoever.
Here's Big Marshy. He'll break the pack. Oh, got his hands to it. Oh, it shrugs off the tackle of Long. Gets out the back door to a teammate, getting the ball clear.
Showtime.
It's Caputo. Leading up forward. Oh, there's a chance. Fumble. Great attack on the ball there from both sides.
Nice work.
Well, they might be trying on the scoreboard. They're still showing a bit here in Meadows. Billy Trott on that occasion.
He'd be just going all out not to make it 100 points.
All right, so 45 metres out from Kangarilla's goal. Big Reese in the ruck there, working it out. Trying to was Watson, gets it to Graves. Graves, AHLG man. Sweeping handball here, just start, stuff. Meadows round the corner, into the middle of the ground. That's a nice kick.
Yeah, Brooks.
Taken there by Cade Long, is it? Number 18. As he goes long, strong, inside, attacking 50. Buckley provided a little bit since half time. Goes in again. Handball over the top. This might come off here. They've got numbers on the boundary line. Snap round the corner.
Chest mark.
That's a snap. Oh.
Take it on the line. I'll take right.
How's about the
good effort by Max Buckley, though.
Yeah, good to see Reezy get a bit more of a crack in the ruck with that with the long reach. And see if they can get the big fella, put Big Marshy in the goal square.
Absolutely, Tom. I agree. Young man, I need to get some ruck experience into him.
Here we go. Coming out to Reezy now.
Number 30. Here we go.
And Jericho Johns as well. The big man leaps. Play on, says the umpire comes to Collie, feeds a handball at the direction of John, getting there as Osterbury. Gives it to Marsh. Capuano over the top.
Did you miss that?
Comes to John. John gives it to Collie. Collie round the corner.
Good.
Fortuitous in the right spot was
got a knee in the back there.
Was Brooks.
Marsh is the link in the chain here.
Casey Brooks, of course, son of club legend Roddy Brooks. He's adopted the famous number 8. It's vacated by the great man Chad Dorr. So Brooks goes short up the line to Jaram, the former Maipalonga boy. And Murray Valley Storm puts it across. He's overcooked it. Taken here by Flood. Gets it to Collie. Handball pretty wasn't effective. Taken by Brooks once again. Gets out the back door to Watson, who's working feverish in defence. Comes back to Jaram, close to the boundary line. Chips it up the wing area. Marsh territory. Ball comes to the ground. Here's Giagartha. Handball's back towards Bruno. Hillier just bursts through, gets it across the ground into a teammate who takes a strong mark.
Yep, centre-half back area. Clock continues to tick along. 11 minutes gone. End-to-end footy. Champagne footy. Evans. Lace-out pass. Party time. Harvey Frill. And the sliders turnover and down the other end of the ground.
Good sides make you pay, Tomo.
They do. And the thing is that the forwards are leading at the ball carrier, coming of the Kangarilla type. Back down when it gets down to the Meadows end, it's just a bit of a crash and bash and going too wide and then missing the shots.
11.5 gone, Benny. Frill lining up for his 4th goal to turn.
So Harvey Frill shoots and misses there, minus score. Our clock is just frozen up a little bit. So that's all right. Just tick it in. It's what do we got here? We've got 11.5 minutes on the Hark Adelaide Hills scoreboard. This quarter brought to you by Mount Barker Ford, and it's Meadows in control.
Their zone's tight.
Not Meadows in control. They're under the pump, I should say. 4 goals 14 to Kangarilla. 17 goals 13. The ball on the outer side. Ball in position here for Kangarilla. Lights are on there. Cars. Short pass over the top. Jericho John says thanks very much. I'll drop into the hole. Big Reese here, Tomo. He's pushed into some into a hole. Can he get the Arthur's front and centre? Here he goes. Over the top to Virgo. You'd almost put the captain down here.
Put him
down. This is bread and butter for the skipper.
There you go.
And he goes shush. He put the finger up and he goes the shush. Oh, well.
Come on.
Yes, look, again, another good goal. That Virgo's got some skill and poise. I mean, he certainly put his head down and made sure that he just kicked through it nicely. And obviously, through goes the sausage roll. And if you're Meadows at the moment, you're looking down the barrel of a 100-point loss. If you can't get yourselves a decent clearance here we go. Big Reezy into the ruck, which is good to see. And clearly Rod's listening to me over here in commentary.
Jaden, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so 21 kicks to 11 at the moment. Inside 50s 8-3. It was even at one stage, but yeah, Kangarilla just kicking on now, really.
3rd goal of the afternoon to the skipper, and they haven't finished yet. So the ball comes out here to Evans. Can he get himself out the centre with a handball? Richards leads in the race for the ball. Good attack on the ball by Smart. Cricket pitch area. Ball comes out here. Finally, Meadows get it out, feed it out to Kerr. Kerr puts it out wide. Oh, good double-handed spoil there from Caputo to advantage of Kangarilla. Then follows up strongly. Oh, taking it to the ground.
I like Evans's game. He's had a
Yes.
good one, hasn't he?
I tell you what, as I said, they haven't had a passenger this afternoon.
No.
Looks like they've drawn a free kick there. It's be Joe Carapitas.
Yeah, beauty.
So
Ben Reezy and Ruck's gone forward as well. So
here's a big man.
Here we go.
Reece.
Here we go.
Keep your eyes on the ball, young man.
He's
Ball
putting
falls in the front.
Putting
Jerry.
himself in the positions.
Yeah. It's Benke at the back of the pack, lifts the eyes. Oh, cut off by Jericho John, gets the opportunity, he re-grabs it, thinks about the handball and says, no, I'll go alone. Now, tell you what, why not go alone as he brings up another one?
Tomo, it's the clinic.
His first of the afternoon.
Oh, you got me?
can't hear you, mate. Tommy is sorting it out.
Jane Jade unpacked the stats thanks to the print wrap and pack.
Yeah, so that was their 9th inside 50 for Kangarilla there. And yeah, just great intercept, great forward pressure like it has been for Kangarilla all day.
And good work there by Jericho John, who intercepted the handball and then followed up and then found himself clear and thought, well, I'll have a ping myself. So he's got himself amongst the goal kickers. And, well, just a goal feast now, Benny. As I said, they're sort of building towards a big clash next week against the defending premiers Gamaraka in the country division.
That'll be interesting. So Big Reece in the ruck versus Benke. Paddling it around. Running off the lines. That Helia? I think it was. Umpire blows the whistle. Holding the ball. Well, there we go. We've got the high beams right on us here.
Absolutely.
So, Watson. Back at the club this year. Needs a bit of extra support. Kicks the ball out towards the half-forward flank. Good tackle there. And it's going to be held up. So it's 17-13 to 4 goals 14. So comprehensive margin here. 15 and a half minutes gone. 115 to 38. As Ben Evans picks up the ball once again. He's had the ball on the string.
I think they're selling them short on the scoreboard, Benny.
What do you got?
19 goals. Because they've actually had 13. They've added 6 this term.
Alrighty. We just, Tomia, just add a couple more goals for Kangarilla.
We're back, boys.
There we go. Great to hear you, Tomo.
Good on you, Tomo.
Welcome back.
We missed you, mate.
And you.
One more.
You and everyone.
Yeah.
So Morgan Price with the ball up. Ball comes down there, clear and kicked by Watson. He's battled pretty hard. Intercepted there by Carapitas. Gets towards Gregory.
Jaden, 127. Is that a big margin for Kangarilla overall in stats? Don't take your eye off the
Bit
prize
of a barrier to barrel there. There's Colley. One grab,
great.
two grab, Matty Colley. Wastes no time, gets on the run of a teammate for the forward pocket. It lays out here to Dean.
Dean.
And Dean enjoying his
I
chance.
like Dean out of full forward. I reckon he's got a bit of pizzazz.
Of course, the Colonel Light Gardens
Bit of
recruit
sizzle.
won last year's Adelaide Footy League Division 5 medal, and looks like he's going to be a very big acquisition to the Southern Blues this
Left
year.
or right?
So Dean
I think he's a right.
yet to get on the goal kickers list
Jericho's
this
is
afternoon,
dropping off.
but I think he's delivered pretty from the midfield opportunity, so he's his own chance to get on. Deliberate shot. Umpire Bruce Marston, is it? Or Greg Edmonds, sorry. Raises, so Dean gets on the goal kickers list, and that'll be 20 up for the Mighty Blues.
Jaden, what are your thoughts on how Kangarilla are going about it here? When was the previous score like this for them?
Well, I'm just looking at my stats here, and I'm pretty sure that this is the first time they've scored 20 goals against Meadows since 2010. So there you go, there's the stat for you.
He's happy with that one. All right.
So I can tell you, knowing the rivalry that these two clubs have, we spoke about it pre-match. I tell you, this is absolute pasting by the Blues against their
1, 2, 3.
traditional rival.
7-goal final, quarter to 1.
7 goals to 1 point.
So back in the middle, Big Arsh just used the body beautifully out the middle, Clinic out the guts, straight again. Here we go. Kangarilla going the ball forward. Dean, they're up and about here on the sidelines.
I tell you what, it's like the World Cup, Tomo.
Well, you know,
away here.
And I think that
goals
was
like that, celebrating like that.
Kobe Payton, I reckon, out of
kid.
the middle.
Yeah, the young kid, the first-year player.
Well,
that was a clinic.
So Dean, the chance here for back-to-back goals, boys, in less than a minute. Staggered approach. Drives it straight over the goal umpire's head.
100-point margin.
Better than that. Here he is. Umpire appreciation. I think the umpire's done a great job today. Don't you reckon, boys?
Yeah, we wouldn't say otherwise.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic rumble in the jungle down here.
139 to 38, Jaden.
Yep.
Last, okay. So just
a fair whack.
Jaden's just going through the brown belt cabinet, getting the stats out that matter.
That was showtime out of the middle.
See how we go again. So now we've got a change into the guts here. Got Big Muller in the middle. 2 big heavyweights.
Jaden's going back into the 1900s here.
So Kobe Payton, he was young Payton.
Yeah, the kid, well done, yes.
Number 14.
It's great they've given him some time in midfield there, Benny.
Well, he earned it. Big Marsh, he gave it to him on a silver platter. Let's see how we go again. Marsh. He's got the advantage in height here. Can he get it down to his midfield again, or he goes himself, the big man, or he paddled it down the opposing ruckman?
Muller.
And held up.
I tell you, he's done pretty well today, the big man. He might be in contention for most effective.
No.
Might as well create a bit of anticipation here, Tomo. Come on.
Walk up. Tomo,
If anyone's been watching the game, they know who the most effective person is, boys.
It's been a great team
No, but you've got to
It has been a great team performance.
got to create a little bit of suspense.
I love the backhand palm that Marshy tries to do.
That's very effective. As the ball goes forward by Graves.
Yeah, it's not necessarily
That's
the best.
right.
It's most effective. Tomo.
Tomo, in your heyday, a man could stand you and keep you to one kick. That's been very effective.
It could have been done.
It could have been done.
Just very rarely.
Was it done?
Turn it up.
The lives and times of Tomo. Stay tuned. Could be a new segment.
We got some good stories coming up though.
Perhaps you can give it to us in the lavender room.
I can take that in so many ways.
Oh, Buckley. Goal.
Buckley, that's a very interesting bounce there.
Yeah,
by Bruce Mast. I'd like to see the replay.
It got past Evans's mitts like a goalkeeper.
It did.
Yep. Nice work there.
So Max has toiled pretty hard and good to get a goal against his name.
He's played all right, hasn't he?
He has indeed.
Yeah, it just took a, what's the leg break?
I dare say it's been effective.
Yep.
Leg job?
Umpire Bruce Marston's taking the glasses off, so there you go. That's the break.
That was a remarkable roll of the ball when you look at it, as you called it very well, Ben.
Tomo, just in case our country division viewers are unsure of who is Matt Thomas, just a bit of a snapshot quickly. Who's Matt Thomas?
And not the Meadows, Matt Thomas.
I was about to start
yourself,
talking
yourself.
about...
Just
introduce
yourself to the country.
Hills Junior. Just love my footy. Happy to be here calling the ball, calling with the boys. Just played a bit in the Hills. Played Yuri and Blackwood, and
male medalist.
Oh yeah, you can talk about that.
Meanwhile, we'll come back to you, Tomo. Your life stories. The ball goes forward.
Thank you.
Over the back of the pack, Dean.
That would have been exceptional.
He nearly tried the Gary Ablett there in the state game.
Could have been nearly the bicycle kick if he.
That's right.
No, you don't need to do that, Benny. I think.
No, I'm just introducing you to country viewers.
Country listeners, country viewers, just love Hills footy, mate. So I'm just happy to be here doing it.
I think everyone in Meadows would know you because you actually played with the great Chad Dorr, so that gets you passport anywhere, Tomo.
I came out here a few times with the boys playing cricket. And,
excellent.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, free kick,
I
perhaps paid
can't
into
recall
Brooks.
how we made it back to you later.
Okay, Brooks. So, umpire Price Morgan. Price is right, Morgan Price. Gives the Harvey Frill, was he held? No.
What's his
Quick kick away there by Long, off hands, smart.
Morgan Price. Sounds like a mortgage company.
It does indeed.
Like a banking firm.
JP Morgan.
JP Morgan. So Tommy McLean, his counterpart. Fast forward, here comes Osbury. He goes short. Here's Graves.
He's played well.
He's played pretty well.
AHLG man.
He's been in and out of it.
The man in the stripe, in the sleeves, puts it up forward. The big man in Croydon, couple of goals, 3 goals to his credit.
Giving it
5.
a crack.
Over the back of the pack, working his Evans. Oh, good work there.
Plenty of drive from the legs there, boys.
Can't repeat this.
Footy.
You beauty, but
he threw that.
Shrugged up, but threw the ball as he disposed of it. So here's a chance for Meadows.
Yeah, Meadows are just hanging on, trying to lock it to 100 points.
Bit of discussion there.
High beams on over the other side there.
Hey, I think it's going to be your boy
Billy
Trott that had the shot here, Benny, but unselfishly puts it out. That's a long lead out wide
you made me look then,
Jack
Benny.
Trott, it is. Jack Trott, he's caught in a good tackle there. I think it was Evans.
What's that?
You made me look then, mate.
Oh,
sorry, it was Jack Arthur. Puts him over the boundary line.
Are you looking at the high beam? Yeah, isn't that fun? Okay, so it's
like rabbits in the headlights, as they say.
Just have to block that out. So
Really
boundary throwing inside attacking 50 or just on the edge of the 50 here for Meadows. At the moment got it under 100 points. As Jaden said, this is the biggest winning margin for Kangarilla against Meadows since Jaden took stats back in 2010. That's all you need to know. A big margin at the moment. And very impressive performance from last year's grand finalist.
Smart. Osterbury set sail. Bit of a wobbler. Off the side through for a minor score.
We head towards the 24-minute mark
So
of the Mortgage Choice Adelaide, Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard.
20 scoring shots to 34, boys.
Thanks once again to Matt Adam from Mortgage Choice for loaning us the beautiful Dreammaker again again.
Getting up early and once again we must thank the Meadows Football Club for the positioning and also the hospitality and assistance in setting up the Dreammaker. Much appreciated. Here's a chance. I'll run down there. Swooping through was Richards. Quick hands. Gives it out to the kid.
Oh, beautiful.
Peyton, this way, that way, clever. Puts it towards the run of a team. Oh, he's smart, you know, who do something smart. Gives it back to Osterbury. Osterbury under pressure. Meanwhile, once again, the young man Peyton backs up well.
Yep, ground level ball. Who's going to win out? Party time. He's got a bit of showtime work here. Leaves the ball behind, goes and picks it up. Sweeping handball out. The big Reese over the top. Couldn't quite find his intended target there. Following up. Harvey Frill will probably work his magic in again, will he? No, good work here by Meadows in defence. Sweeping handball out to Watson under pressure. Ground level ball. Good work by Big Marsh. And it's gone forward. Dean, 2-on-1 situation. Can he apply some heat? Well, he's forcing the issue. Cade Long works the ball out of the fence. And Meadows just managed to get out of that one, and Young takes the mark.
So Daniel Young, half-back flank area, in front of the bowling club hill. Comes across here, finds Watson. Probably behind the best for the Dogs. Nurses the ball up the line. Finds Cooper Badnock, the young man. He's been all right this afternoon as well. Short little chip finds Billy Trott. So Trott, dying stages of this game. Kangarilla, comprehensive winners. They've led pretty well at each break and will be 2 out of 2. Over the back of the pack, ball comes down. Good tackle applied there by a determined defence from the Blues.
Don't go anywhere. Jaden's going to take us through it very shortly.
Yeah, Jaden Showcase. Might be in front of the show wall as well. Comes out here. Osterbury gets over the track. Comes back to him. Osterbury tackled under pressure. Gets a quick handball away. More to the advantage of Kangarilla, but the clearing kick has been marked here by Jack Duran. So Duran nurses up the line, finds Watson. Watson in front of the barbecue shed. Oh, clever little pass intercepted by Big Marsh. One grab, two grab. The big man takes it. Wastes no time, gives it off the run to the teammate. Up forward is a chance for Collie over the back of the pack. Dean is lurking. Oh, reads it nicely from cross. Dribbles it through.
Classy.
Third for the quarter for Dean. And great transition from defence. Good intercept by the big man in Marsh. Set that up.
How do you, in traffic, Big Marshy's just stuck his mitt out. It's gone whooshka, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. It's not like you can miss him. Classy finish there by Torval and Dean.
So 9-goal final term. Have they got tied the round up at even 10? Certainly a 100-point margin we're talking about, Tomo. So that's as an opposition coach, it's not good to look up and see that.
No, that stings.
Bang on 100. So back in the middle, Big Marsh.
Of course, Meadows facing a Chunga next week. It doesn't get very easy for him.
Yep, it's on the wing. Contested situation. So don't go anywhere. As I said, Jane J. Hill taking us through it with the most effective player. And a bag of goodies for that person. Thanks to Print Wrap Pack and Refuel Wellness. And of course the Lowe's Meat Co. snag of the day. And we'll see what happens as Hilliard takes possession, kicks his ball out towards the outer side. Arthur went up, earns a free kick for a high. So he's had a good game in terms of probably Lancaster's property service. Him and Hilliard, great defence.
I'd like to see stats for intercept marks as chips this one up the line. Benny finds Brody Gregory.
He goes another short pass over the top and finds Gabrielle Bayliss. No weak links today for Kangarilla. Dean, 1-on-1. Strips, long of it. Handball over the top.
Almost in the goal square.
Almost got the ball back to Dean. Good hustle, but the umpire
holding, yep.
said it's a free
Sasha
kick.
Baron Cohen was all over that, wasn't he?
Price is right. Oh, they've been good.
They have been great. You know it's a good game of footy when they're not noticed.
Had a quick count of about 10 goal kickers, Kangaroo, so that's sharing it around.
I can't pay that.
Attempted playing the mark there, not paid.
Like sands in an hourglass. It's just ticking down now.
Pass.
Jericho John.
That's probably been one of the biggest differences for mine today watching this game is that the foot skills of and kick just kick to marks, and that's why the mark count is so high, because they're just literally kicking to mark all the time.
Yep.
Just retaining possession and
Poochie Caputo there, back from Colonel Gardens. Got the big man Jericho John, lays back in the kick. I think he's pulled a little bit wide this time, Tomo. Yes, he has for a more to score. That's not bad though. 9-2 in the final term. Meadows have picked 2-2. So 101 point margin.
Yep, ball kicked in. Short pass. A few players wearing headbands out there thanks to Refuel Wellness injury report. Meadows players. Watson takes possession.
A couple of head clashes.
Yep. Oh no, young man taking a mark. He's had a good
read
period.
that really well then.
Young Kobe Payton, inboard pass. Jericho John, take 2.
We'll see what he can do with this kick, Benny, although it'll be a bit further out, just on the edge of 50 yards.
He's got Ben Evans in space.
Oh, that's a clever kick, isn't it?
All right. Talk us through this kick, Tomo.
What would we say? I'd say we're going for the top of the inside of the left goalpost. Just a little bit of breeze.
Could be the 11th blue to get on the goal kicking list here this afternoon, Ben Evans.
Beautiful,
beautiful
white
not doing a
boots.
hell of a lot.
Great boots. That's that one.
Yeah, got onto it. Just got on the instep of his boot there when he was kicking. Kangi crowd are up and about. The whole bench is they're leering at each other now, and I think they're going to be pretty happy with themselves.
I think they got the game in hand. Matthew?
Yeah, might have thought.
They have, as I said, led by 47 points.
102 points.
41 points at quarter time, 40 at half time, then 59, and as you said, over 100 now, 102 to be in fact. Gabriel Ballas there.
Fist.
Well, there's big Chad Dorr up on the hill there with the family and friends.
Yep.
If you want to, oh, that's it. Oh, there you go.
There you go. The siren doesn't work when you want it. So, rousing final term here. I've seen a runaway win. Kangarilla. 22-15 to 5-5. 45. So 102-point margin in favour of Southern Blues. There is probably one of the biggest margins in the history of clashes between the two teams, certainly in recent times, as we said, over the last 15 or so years. It's Matty Thomas. Just your thoughts. What has been a pretty comprehensive display here by the just your thoughts, Matty. Yes, we get you hand up. That's right. Yeah, pretty comprehensive display by Kangarilla. Bounce out the blocks, although Meadows kicked the first goal at the 1:45 mark, and then it was just a stream forward by Kangarilla.
It was ominous signs early, Jeffrey. Kangarilla certainly did jump out the blocks, and they applied a lot of pressure around the footy, and then when it came out quickly, and it went forward directly, and they finished their work off very well.
And as I said, 10 or so, if I probably might have missed one, but 10 goal kickers just shows you all-round ability they have. And yeah, one of the blokes who's featured pretty strongly will be on the vision shortly with Jaden J. Hill.
I didn't even use my voucher for last year.
Yeah, no, he went quite well. He he's got the quickest feet getting around. Like, he really pitter-patters around everyone, and they call him the party man. Maybe it's because of his dance moves. You don't know. He's got those quick feet.
All right, without further ado, we'll go to the man with the showcase and the bag of tricks with the man who's also got a bag of tricks down to Jaden J. Hill.
Cheers, thanks, Bristol. So here with most effective player, Joel Harvey Frill. I tell you what, mate, you got some goodies here today. So you've got the 6-pack of the Call of the Wild Lager, thanks to 89 South Brewing and Print Wrap and Pack as well. You've also got the HFL beanie, and you also, thanks to Refuel Wellness, the best magnesium spray going around as well for your recovery. And you've also got the Lowe's Snag of the Day $25 voucher. So there you go. It's all there. Just hold up the beanie there as well and everything. So just take us through your performance, Joel.
Look, it's pretty solid. I'm lucky that I get to play with probably the best midfield in the league in Tyler Virgo and Kai Dean. He reckons he had 50 today, Kai Dean, so shout out to him. Yeah, it's easy to play when you've got so many good players around you and a fantastic ruckman, also the best in the league. Biased opinion, but yeah, it's great to get the win today in a big rivalry game by 100 points. Can't ask much more, and got some goodies to go with it, so we're pretty happy.
Yeah, and just take us through, I guess, the rivalry you have with Meadows as well. You obviously like to beat him. You'd won the last 3, but you hadn't won here since 2022. So yeah, just take us through that.
Yeah, I still sort of consider myself new to the hills, and I've obviously learned that Kangi and Meadows have bit of beef going on, so I understand it now, and yeah, it's good to sort of start getting on top of them. They sort of had the wood on us when I was here, so to get on top of them is unreal. So credit to Rodney and what he's done for us boys and all the new players that we've picked up along the way. So yeah, we're very happy.
Yeah, and I guess your performance, they call you a party for a reason, for your party tricks, and obviously that's also why you got Lowe's Snag of the Day for an absolute ripping check side as well, and then also the soccer in the last quarter. So yeah, just explain your party tricks and how you sort of go about it on the footy field.
Look, I guess a lot of it's muscle memory. I've got a bit of a soccer background, so when I see a ball on the ground, first instinct is to hit that thing. So yeah, that's all. It's all instinctual, so not much thought process goes through it.
Yeah, and so whereabouts did you play soccer?
I used to play at Adelaide Comets, so shout out to them. Hope they're doing well. But that was a long time ago. I'm a footy boy now, so.
Yeah. No, good stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, looking to go on better this season. I'll tell you what, you've got a great midfield, like you said, Dean and Virgo as well, and some great targets up forward. Ben Evans as well. So you've got a great team, don't you?
Yeah. We have a lot of confidence after last year and picking up a few more players to make us even better. We think we're a real good shot to go all the way.
Well, congrats on the win and congrats on your performance, and good luck for the rest of the year. Thanks, Joel. Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers. Back to you, Pistols.
Thank you very much there to Jaden J. Hill and Jeff Stoll here with Matty Thomas, and a fitting recipient of both awards. Very effective and the snag of the day.
Yeah.
Well, had 2 major nominations for it, didn't he, when he kicking 5 goals, Tubbo?
Well, you give yourself a fair crack if you kick 5 goals.
Yeah.
But they were quite exciting ones too. Like the soccer ring was good. That round the corner goal he kicked here was real good as well. So they certainly was our best man for the job. So they give him both awards, well deserved, and away they go. I thought it was a great game of footy on the Kangarilla perspective. I reckon they got a chance to really hone in on their setups, on their zones, and I think some of their tap work around the place is actually quite good as well. They've got a big game. They've got a big game next week, I think, coming up, and against Gummaraka. But yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how Meadows bounce back from today.
As said, taking on the Chunga next week. First time the rivals have met probably since about 2013, I think, in country. So that's going to be an interesting game of footy. But and also Kangarilla march on, and they are going to take on Gummaraka. So that's going to be a interesting game of footy. And Jaden J, wrap and pack. What do you got?
Yeah, tell you what. So the final margin, Pistols, 102 points.
Yes, I worked it out.
102 points. So so it's the 4th highest margin between the two teams since 2010. There's been previous margins of 145, 139, and 119, which were all by Meadows. But today, Kangarilla were the victors. Their highest margin against Meadows, and their highest score against Meadows since 2010 as well. And obviously, they scored 147 points. Kangarilla, it's their highest aggregate score since 2022 as well. So there you go. I'll just get the exact round here.
He's not bad, is he, old JJ?
He's
got all
round
these
11, the 2nd
down.
of July 2022, they scored 155 points. So it's their highest aggregate score since then.
All right, we'll let you work the phones.
Yes,
Go around the ground. Hopefully we'll give you all the results from today's round of Hills Football League fixtures in both divisions before we leave you. But Matty, as I said, Kangarilla runners-up last year. They worked through from the elimination final, and I know they were probably a bit disappointed because Jaden J and Benny actually covered the country grand final, but they sort of really didn't get out the blocks, and Gumaraka jumped away and in the end won pretty easy. So they're looking to go one better this year, and as I said, picked up a few quality players. Talk about the big key forwards, but Harvey, Frill, Dean and Virgo are sort of more renowned as perhaps midfield type guys.
Yeah, they're good today.
And as you mentioned in the call, they need the big man Reece perhaps to get going. Jericho John only the one goal today. So once their big key forwards get flying, they'll sort of be a formidable attack.
Completely agree with you. Yeah, once you start getting once the big guys start to believe in themselves and jumping at the footy and jumping through the footy in the packs, that's where not only do they break packs open and there's a clean crumb there for half forwards and even on ballers that push down. But I think we're only in round 2.
Yeah, of course.
So there's still going to be some synergy to be working on, and getting the forwards, especially Big Reezy, and understanding what angles they need to be running at their midfielders with, and where they prefer to be kicking to. Are they a better shorter kicker or a longer kicker? Are they a left foot or a right foot? What do they do? How do they get themselves the easiest kick? So
and I do believe that Kangaroo have at least, well, they were last year, 4 first choice players to come back into that lineup. So, which is sometimes a good thing because it puts pressure on you to perform because if not, you'll be kicking off the Dew and the Magoos. So, it's good in one aspect. On the other side of the coin, mate, your Meadows, as I said, you went out there listening to some of the talks of Chris Dorr at the various breaks. But, to start the season, 59 points last week against Mackie. A loss, and then today 102 points. Gee, the Dogs, are they in a bit of trouble this early in the season?
Well, having been in a similar position many years ago, coaching in a team, got absolutely flogged first round. Second round, got drilled again. Went back to the drawing board, and I think that's maybe Chris needed to go back to working out what are the players that he has. How can he expose their best attributes individually? So it can come together as a team. So where are they going to play? So where's Muller, for example? Where's going to be his best and most effective position for our team for, say, the next 3, 4, 5 weeks? And break it down from that way and see if they can structure a game plan
I'll
around
give them
that.
the benefit because last year they started 4 wins on the trot. Sort of so maybe they're doing the reverse this year.
Well, Chris,
it's not ended. It's only round 2.
Yeah, Chris knows what he's doing. It is only round 2.
He does.
It's like I'm saying, you almost go back to the draw. You can at this point in the season, you can get back to the drawing board quickly, do some reevaluation, then you still go back onto what your plan was for the year. But you just need to quickly shake things up a little bit and see if you can't get some positivity on a game day with the boys.
Yeah, I'm sure they're close bunches. As Chad Dorr reiterated, they love playing that green and gold Guernsey on, and I'm sure in adversity they'll stick together. And it's only round 2. Obviously, got a few other sides they have to play. Obviously, we think Kangarilla will certainly be up there, and also Macclesfield will certainly make a big press to win their first flag since 1980. So it might be all doom and gloom here at the Kennel, that's for sure. But
I don't think so.
But today, it's all about celebrating, the career of a champion. And just how good was it? Obviously, you got to play rep footy, playing with Big Windsor when we talked to him during the week, and the fact that he loved that sort of thing. The question was posed, why didn't you come and play Div 1 footy, like test yourself there? Well, he did play league footy, like yourself. To him, that was, what he wanted to do, but he thought playing with guys like you and the Matty Coopers, the Simon Noonans, the Pucker Richards, these guys in Div 1 in rep football was something special for him.
Yeah, look, I can only speak for myself, but we loved it, and I loved having the opportunity because we sort of knew each other through mates' interactions and stuff. Well, as soon as we got the chance, it was just like, let's do it, man. Like, let's go and have a game together and stuff. And when you talk about playing association footy, I got exposed to it as a 20-year-old back playing for Radler, and I played in a side that had Big Roasty, Lester Francis. We had Mark. I think Mark's very. Morgan Young from Harndorf, who was an absolute weapon.
Yes.
We just had there was a stack. Lockie Mundy, he played in the ruck, he was from Loby.
Yes, of course.
The Zilla Boys, Kings. We had this amazing side, Lovelock Shield, and a lot of us became mates just literally through that. Morgan Young and I, that's how we first became mates. And we always wanted to play that level of footy because you're playing with the best of the best.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, the ball in training didn't touch the ground.
Hey, can I just ask you, and well, a 19, 20-year-old kid, because you had a in the town, you come back, then you're playing with some of the superstars, if I use that terminology, of the A-grade competition. Did you feel out of depth, or as Chat Windsor said, a bit surreal that you're down there lining up with these guys, but you're not out of depth, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, through that, you rekindled your ability to play back down in town, which you went on and did quite successfully. But as a young bloke playing in the team with those guys, that's what I'm getting at.
I sort of stuck around red as much as I could, because you're right. You roll into this, group, and you've probably gone through the first round, and you know who that you've played against all these different players. You work out, okay,
that bloke
Jake,
can play,
Jake Zilla's over there. Like, mate, that bloke can play footy, and let's see if I can get off a pass on him in training. And but you know what? When you're young, the older blokes, they bring you in.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what true leaders do.
Yeah.
And Pete Sutton, who was my coach at Uradler, I think he coached us that day. I can't remember who. Oh, no, Peter Milsom coached us out there, but that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But the point is, when I was only, I was like I said, 20 years old, and they literally said, mate, you go play centre-half forward. I've gone, okay, centre-half forward. And I knew I was going to get a big bloke.
Yeah, of course.
And he goes, no, like, play on a half-forward flank.
Yeah.
The players are floating forward.
Yeah.
And for me, as a young, I was just like, this is gold. So took a couple of, we had a few big clunks that day, and I took one and I landed on the ball and winded the shit out of myself. And one of the boys just rolled, pushed me over, put my knees up, and just got me breathing air again. And we had a great time. We I think we played on the Saturday, then played on the Monday.
Yes.
I reckon we did.
Yes.
And we lost to Southern, I reckon, down
It's
at
back in the old Lovelock Shield days.
down at Strath.
Yes.
Yeah, Lovelock Shield. We lost that game there, which not by a lot, but it was bloody annoying. But again, Owen Lambshed, the champion of champions of Hills Footy, was big advocate and pushed it a lot.
Of it,
pushed it a lot, and we had crowds come out. It was
that was a big thing.
It was a big thing back in the day. So the best thing I can try to be in this position with a microphone is to advocate for players in our comp to have a crack at it and make new friends, and that people can talk about the money, no money, whatever. Who cares? Like, go and play a high level as you can and represent yourself and your club, but also your league. And make it really blatantly obvious. We are the best league outside the SANFL. That's what I think.
All right, for Call of the Wild, HFL Media, and for our sponsors Harcourts and Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Parker Ford, Print, Wrap and Pack, and Lowe's Meat Co. We might do closing scores that we have around the grounds with that man. Of course, easy work. He does everything.
Jumping Jimmy JJ.
There we go. What have we got today's round, JJ, that you can tell us what happened?
Cheers, thanks, Pistols. So, got a couple scores here. I can only find the two, but Kersbrook, after a heartbreaking loss last week, they've gone the other way and got a win against Macclesfield by 6 points. 12-11, 83 to Macclesfield, 11-11,
4 points
77.
they lost. Was it 4 points last week?
Yeah, I think around that. I think after Siren, obviously with the toe. So Kersbrook, they'll be happy there at Brookerland. And then Mount Lofty, they defeated Onkaparinga Valley at Bauhanna 20-14, 134 to Onkers 8-12, 60.
Wow.
So a 74-point margin.
Early days, Tomo, but we did do round one, and Onkers looked pretty good under lights, but perhaps Clunny would be a little bit,
He'd be a bit ginger after that. I think, from what I've heard from the Uradler Lofty game last week, I would have thought that Lofty would have come out this week breathing fire, to be honest with you. Your Mountain Goats would have been coming out.
1 goal 9 the last quarter.
Last quarter, man. And
you got to kick them.
Yeah, Cooper Niekamp went back and popped it through, and he kicked 3, I think, for the day.
And Mount Barker on the agenda for Onkers next week at Howard Lane. So
still trying to retrieve a score there, but so there's the scores.
They can't post it because
so
they've got
Onkers
power
are
over.
Onkers are 0-3.
Correct.
Yeah, 0-3, long way back. But anyway, early days, as we say. All right, well, we must thank once again all the people who make it possible for us to bring this to you, the Call of the Wild. Of course, our sponsors, as we mentioned, Harcourt Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print Wrap Pack, Jaden's favourite company, Lowe's Meat Co, and also Lancaster Property Services, the Courier, Adelaide Hills Lawn and Gardens, Little Hampton Landscape and Firewood, Refuel Wellness, Painted Wine Barrels and Signs, good mate Stokesy. Explorer Caravans, your good mate Benno.
Yeah, happy birthday to Benno quickly.
Yeah, of course.
for
Tell us
last
all about
weekend. He turned 60. He threw a thumping party at the BF at the Black Footy
Did
Club.
Benno get votes?
He always gives his own votes.
Right.
Yeah, go on.
And Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills, of course, thanks to Matt Adam through his sponsorship and with the Dream Maker here. And of course, the Hills Football League sponsors, of course, Harcourts, Mount Barker, Ford, Print, Wrap and Pack, and Lowe's Meat Company, and of course, extended by Sports Coaching Technology, Sports Power, the Courier, Think Road Safety, Closey Supermarket, who Jaden reckons are pretty good. And also the naming rights sponsor at work, Lachlan. Of course, today we have had the assistance of Meadows sponsors. Of course, Stringybark Landscaping. I'm still at wit's end because Crack Seal's not on there. and Kangarilla Blue Star, the Potts family. And of course, she's a keeper, Tomo.
Great business name.
Bookkeeping, great name. So,
everyone needs a good bookkeeper.
And also we must thank once again our production crew, the Samurai Cinema. Tommy at Hills, who does a magnificent job every week. And, of course, our ace Cameron, James Davis, and young Hutto Martlow. I know you have a little bit to do with Hutto, because when you're wandering around out there,
he's a funny kid.
He does some good job.
He does a great job.
And, of course, Benny Goldfinch is off doing other post-match duties at the moment. Thanks once again. And your good self, Jaden J, once again coming out with all the big stats that matter.
No, thanks, Pistols. Thanks, guys. You got to have me. And, thanks for having me.
And, Tomo, thank you very much. Probably one of the few times you've actually, country division footy.
Yeah, I haven't seen heaps, but I do enjoy it.
Now in your new role?
Yeah, came out a couple of years ago and enjoyed the same match-up, but over at Kangi, and man, it was a tough game of footy back then. But yeah, great to be out here and looking forward to another couple of games of country footy coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, next week we're back with the big smoke of Quarter, back to Division 1. I tell you, this is one of the most anticipated games of the season.
Who we got?
Of course, we have the grand final rematch from the last 2 years. At Nairne-Bremer United hosting Harndorf Magpies.
Did we call them 2 weeks ago? I'm joking. I'm just taking this.
Out at Fritz Park out there at Nairne, so we'll be looking very much. Must be so. The grand finalists of the past 2 years, of course, a premiership each. So we'll be looking forward to see how that all turns out.
It's a great location where we get ourselves. No, we didn't actually, but there's a great location where we get the Dream Maker up there on the hill and. It's a great location.
Yeah, well, we actually put it now by the Gumtree, I know what you mean, but we're probably behind the town end goals there, just around from the canteen there. It's a good view behind the goals because we find the koalas used to mess up the Dream Maker, the window. We couldn't see the game, but you know what I mean. But, anyway, all right, Matty, thank you very much for your input once again, and also to you, Jaden J.
Thank you.
And on behalf of all the team, the Call of the Wild team through HFL Media, we thank you very much for joining our global stream. So this is Jeff Pistola signing off until we talk to you again. Keep chasing your goals. Bye for now.
See ya.
Bye.
Sam McTaggart here from Mount Lofty Devils, and you're tuning into the Hills Footy.
Hi, it's James from AHLG. You're watching Call of the Wild live Hills Football League. Go Meadows.
Welcome to Work Locker Mount Barker. I'm Andrew Bailey. And Simon Noonan, and you're watching Hills Footy Live, Call of the Wild.
Hi, Dave Murphy here from Adelaide Hills Lawns and Gardens, and from the Mount Barker Footy Club. Go Roos.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, corflute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
your side. When lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills Footy Ride. So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. When lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills Footy Ride.
Hey Pistols, Benny, the old gold member, and J-Bangers, check out this, just watching our handiwork. What sort of a caravan has that on its side? I can tell you what sort of caravan. An Explorer Caravan Sales Titanium Caravan. These things are 200k and they're a home away from a home. So come, if you want to order yourself one of these bad boys, come down and see Daniel, Dave and the team at Explorer Caravan Sales Adelaide. Cheers. So I thought I'd just check out a bit of our handiwork from the weekend, and we're watching the HFL here on the side of a titanium caravan, and Daniel popped out. So funnily enough, this is his place with his dad Dave. Daniel, tell us a little bit about Explorer Caravan Sales.
Yeah, family business, committed customer service. We've got the best Australian-made caravans, titanium, Franklin and Viscount caravans. Behind us, we've got a big titanium 22-foot family van with a big 50-inch plasma on the back of it. Come and check us out, corner of Prospect and Grand Junction Road. Love to see you.
Come and explore Australia with Explorer Caravans. Cheers.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us, and it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL. We're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
Hi, I'm Jared Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
I'm Trent Shawland, principal of Hark Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices. One's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 8 to 12 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.